than over there. Like if you're just mad.
Yeah.
Because when I go on holiday, I always keep my phones and devices and whatever UK time.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
Get me? I got a thing with that. I swear I don't set my watches on my arm and I do things like that. So I'm always constantly asking what's the time. To other people, like what's the time? Or I'm working it out. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it keeps my rhythm. So when I get back, I don't feel like
you're out of place.
Yeah, don't hit me.
Rolling.
Yeah. Yes. Once again. It's your boy Jedi for JEDIONLINE, JEDIONLINE live, red pill, JEDIONLINE, click, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live, and please put the number of your like in the chat, you know, like that.
This one's for the stolen voices, my people that ain't got much traces. Trapped in the belly of the beast, everywhere is beef and there's never ever peace. Every day is peak and I never get to speak. Living in the Elmos, never get to see. Sitting in a cell, feeling like you're never gonna leave, but you can't sleep cause you got beef with the bread underneath in the bunk bed. The truth in my speech is abundant. I don't need a reason to keep it 100. The government declared the war on the man. So this ain't a song, it's a glorious anthem to rep for the group that is normally abandoned. The poor is ignored when they're stranded. From Lagos to Kingston, Newry to Camden, against all odds, of course we are champions. I'm the voice of Trayvon, I'm the voice of Stephen Lawrence, I'm the voice of Tupac, with no thug life engraved on my stomach. I'm the voice of a runaway slave, holding a blade and facing a musket. Been a victim of the system too long, we got tired and waiting for justice. The voice of Fred Hampton Sr., killed for defending the people and the right to exercise freedom of speech. We just want to be treated as equal. I'm the voice of the mums and the ones that pray for unity in the community. I'm the voice of the young trying to escape the slum, but they can't find the opportunity.
So much to say, but not enough. You hear the cries calling from the skies above, saying it's okay, speak your mind, open your heart, don't let no one add you to understand.
And we're in again, Speakenomics. What is this? 28, 29? Do you know what I mean?
What, the
for
episode?
returning, yeah. Like, yeah, from the new, like, you get me?
Oh, from the old to the new. Okay,
new,
cool,
so,
cool,
like,
cool.
Because what it was, I was doing seasons. And I said, why am I doing seasons? I'm not doing seasons.
Just
I'm
do the
doing
episode
Just doing
thing.
number episodes.
Joe Rogan shit.
I didn't know what I said, but yeah. You get me? I'm like, yo, it's not a season. Why am I doing seasons?
Yeah.
Like, nah, my thing is this. My thing is this. I'm very mindful of people coming across the content and then believing like, oh, this is an old one. When it comes to our podcast, there's no old ones.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It just is.
Whatever we spoke about in episode 1 is so relevant right now.
Yeah.
Like, just watch everything. Watch them all. Don't feel like, oh, it's an old one. Because it's not. So, I might even do away with the numbers and just do titles. So when
I
you
like
find
the
them,
numbers.
it's when you find
Nah,
I like numbers, man.
keep
I
the
like-
Let
numbers.
me tell you why.
Numbers and titles, why
Let me
not?
tell you why. You know, like, they got this thing called algorithm, right?
Yeah.
Before, we would all be on like a Facebook page or Instagram page. And if I post at 1 o'clock, Shevelles posts at 2, High Priest at 4, and you at 5. That's when I return to the page, that's how I'm going to see it.
Okay.
In order of when it was posted.
Yeah.
They've done away with that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
if you post, I might not even see it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Just because of the algorithm, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I could see something from you 5 days ago.
It's true.
Right?
And you're like, how did I miss this?
Yeah, how did I miss this?
When did you upload that?
And you don't
then
have
I'm
an option to-
going to see two days ago.
Things work like that now.
Yeah.
So, the content you're putting out may not reach the other end in the same numerical order.
Okay, so
Right.
it doesn't really matter in your eyes. Is
In
what
a
you're
way,
saying.
it's like just work with it so that whenever they see it, they don't know when it was done. It was done. I don't care when a Joe Rogan episode was done.
I understand
or a clip was
now.
done. I don't
I'm
care
just
if it
getting
was
it.
a year ago or 2 or this week's one. I don't have to. It don't have to be the updated one.
But do you know what's funny?
I feel like when we brand our
I
stuff,
do.
it ends up like that.
But I do.
You like the order of it, right?
I like
Know that you
order.
can go look and say
Because
what
I
it
would,
is,
I would go into something. Say I'm like watching something and it's like the second part or whatever.
no,
and
I
I'm just
hear
so
that.
happen to like
Yeah,
click that.
yeah.
But I'm
wanna
interested
see the part
in
one
their
of it.
channel.
Right.
I'd like to go through. Okay, this is how you
The old
dates
school.
and
Yeah, I think I'm a bit old school.
Yeah,
too.
that's old school.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm like that.
But
I like
the
the
new
order.
ones now, it's just like whatever.
and that's true because it's the new ones that's doing up.
And I think there's something in it. I've always been interested when it comes to like my art in in finding formulas that don't age your art. So, like for instance, when I do music, there's things like, you know, from a long time ago, man, stop shouting at the year.
So when people find it, it's almost like if it hits you
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it hits you now, it hits you now, isn't it? Because before I went 2006, you don't know. When you're in 2010, as soon as you hear that, you're like, wow, this is mad old. You know me?
That's a good point.
I see what you're saying. It's a way to create this timeless type of effect on the product that you're putting out there. I get that in a sense.
I think numbers might be disappearing from it.
Do you know, you always surprise me the
In
way you
what
look at
context,
things. You always
though?
show me a context of looking at it different. I say, you know, that makes sense.
And I apply it to my
I
life.
want to delve into that a little bit more.
For instance, if I don't think too hard, I don't know how old I am. And
That
that's been
is
something I
true.
tried to achieve for a very long time. From growing up with my grandma.
I feel young. I'm not going to lie.
So when growing up with my grandma, she didn't know how old she was. No, her kids didn't know how old her grandkids. No one knew.
Do you know what? I tend to
there's a
stammer.
whole generation of people,
In a lot
even from the Caribbean, who have had to decide on a birthday.
Yes.
Did you know that there's a
Yes.
So certain people were given
100%,
there's a certain date I can't remember.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. I ask man in yard. I say, "Yo, how old are you?" And they go, and you realise they're probably trying to work it out.
But this is the thing. I have to remind myself as well. Like, it's like when I go in, I have to remind myself that I'm older now.
Yeah.
Because I'm such an idiot. Like, and I've got like young longevity. My new word.
I want a t-shirt.
I got longevity. You get me? So because of that, I just always have to do the arm thing. Yes, 30. And they're like, really?
First world order makes you feel old, man. When you go third world countries and that, you realise, because remember, people can't be lazy. They have to do things.
Yeah.
And you see big man with their chains and their shorts. And when I used to laugh when I used to go on holiday to these places, now I'm in these places properly, I'm like, nah, do you know what? They're young at heart. They're young at heart.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And it keeps you alive. And when you get older, if you can't be physical, if you
I
can't
don't
be
really
young,
believe I'm 30.
You've done out here, man.
I believe I've just touched 25. Like, spiritually... Like, maybe not physically, cause
I'm in my 30s.
the 30 bones have kicked in already.
I'm in my 30s. Take away your girl, you know? I'm in my 30s.
Oh, yay! Hi, Prince, what's going on? Are you monked out?
No, not even, man.
He looks it still.
What's going on, bro? Last week he was on Hermetic. You was doing up on madness
last week, man.
Hybrid squeeze and this. What was it? Squeeze up, squeeze up.
Yeah, I've seen the
And don't she
soundbite. I'm waiting
squeeze?
to ask you what that was all about. I've seen the soundbite, but I ain't watched the thing.
Don't she squeeze,
Yeah, something
Jedi?
about squeeze. I'm trying to work
You
out
don't
what
like
it
your
is.
thing get
Here's the man
squeezed,
himself.
Jedi?
Don't you like to get?
Don't you like
Don't you want your
your
penis
wee
squeezed?
wee, your wee wee or your?
Don't you want your penis squeezed?
No, that was mad. That was crazy,
I
bro.
gotta watch it.
That was crazy. What was that about?
I mean, look, my last time I was here, my chief content officer was here.
Okay.
But unfortunately, after...
Sorry. Chief content officer. Who's that now?
No, it was someone that was here in the building, in the
Oh,
studio.
they were in the side.
yeah.
On the side.
Yeah, the CCO.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after, when, like, things went left because of the topic. And I'm...
You was doing a lot of why stuff.
Why? What do you mean why?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh no.
No, I was telling the story.
Yeah.
There was a story.
Yeah, like it was a true story. Like it was like I was telling from experience. Yeah, what was going on, and then certain like the aftermath of that story. Some people took it personal.
What, the squeeze?
The squeeze, and bag puss and the jokes.
So you saying? Can I just decode?
Yeah.
CCO thought you was chatting about her.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, CCO was a woman.
Okay.
I just assumed CCO was a man.
Yeah, so did I.
No.
Okay, so CCO was a woman and she assumed you was chatting about her.
Yeah, about bag puss and all this.
Is that why she left?
No, well, I don't know why she left. She said she had to go in it, but
Seemed like a surprise to you that she left, though.
Yeah, it was a surprise. I thought we were gonna leave together, you know what I mean, and
so
talk about
she bounced midway. So I'm assuming she was like, "Rah, this chat is winding me up a bit."
Yeah,
And
but
you're just a trill nigga, so you just sorry to call you a nigga.
Yeah.
But you're just a trill one, and you're just
Just talk up the
expressing
things
the thing,
then.
and you're talking up. You weren't talking about her. Was
No,
you?
I wasn't talking about her, but it's like she took it personal. Like if it like I was talking about her, and then you get me. It was like a situation that it's like. It kind of made she got scorned or something, and
Is she looking for? Are you looking for a new CCO, or is her position still safe? What's happening?
I think I'm looking for a new CCO right now. Yeah.
That's
She just
deep,
tricked
guys.
herself. She tricked herself out of her
Out
position.
of a position.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because you weren't even. You was reminiscing. You said clearly back in the days, rare. You made it very clear.
Unless back in the day.
No, I
Did
weren't.
you know CCO back in the day?
No, I never knew CCO back. Well, like I know CCO back in the day, but not intimately.
Oh,
You get me?
So
Like,
then why would?
She's
Okay.
like, nah, you was definitely talking about me. So
sometimes it can be paranoia.
So
you know what I mean?
You know, hit dogs holler
I don't understand. Elaborate on that one, please.
if the shoe fits.
Oh, then wear it. Yeah, one of them ones. Yeah. Possibly.
Even for your glasses, I can see. Sorry. Des?
Yes. What's up? I want to know what the PP talk was about, but
Oh, you want
The
to know about
PP.
it?
Oh, the
squeeze, what was
penis.
it?
Oh, you want to know
I
about
think
the
he
squeeze?
meant. Do you know what I think he meant? As in, you know, when she squeezes whilst you're in.
Yeah, so that's
squeezing on the pee.
I heard the pee thing. Don't you want to squeeze it? Maybe I read it wrong, but it's only the soundbite I see. You know.
Oh,
you get me?
It's a mad thing, though,
It's
isn't
a
it?
mad thing. It sounded mad, man.
It was
No,
wild.
it's natural.
And never ask another man if
What's
he wants to get
natural?
his
What is
thing
natural?
squeezed.
Oh, that's just
No, 'cause that was
she
a
squeezes
why.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course that happens.
yeah, but I'm saying like through my experience, the whole problem why it went mad is because it like the situation was I was with a girl or gal or queen or bitch,
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean? No, I'm just opening it up.
Queen
Whoa,
or bitch.
whoa.
Or bitch.
Whatever you choose.
Girl,
However
or
you
woman
feel.
Or queen or bitch.
However
That
you want to
list
be
is-
addressed.
Imagine that tip box on the
Can you
floor.
imagine? Can you imagine? Girl, gal, female, bitch, queen.
All right, you was with them.
Princess.
I want to get this on the hear it.
Yeah. So like I was with her, and like we just like doing the thing, like having sex, being intimate, and like I said, usually like look, I even put it in another perspective because last time what got me in trouble is because I said it that retarded pussy knows how to squeeze. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now I'm gonna use a different way. Foreign pussy knows how to squeeze. Foreign pussy that don't even speak English knows what to do, but telepathically.
No,
You get me?
We're not, what's that?
So is
Yeah.
that the end of it?
The
All right.
hell?
Yeah.
So where the PP talk come from? Where's that come from? What's that?
So what I'm saying was, so now with the experience that I had with
Retarded, bro.
with the queen or the goddess
Yeah.
or the bitch or whatever, you know what I mean? Like
You're
I'm
not
like
okay.
it was like I'm giving it to her. Yeah, she feels man, and I'm like, okay, squeeze me. You know what I mean? Squeeze me.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
No, but
I
it's-
don't know. No. That's
What do you mean no?
Any woman.
No.
No.
He's trying
Can
to
I
say he
just
gets
say?
down.
Can I
He's
just
trying to say he
say?
gets down.
Can I
That's
just?
what- that's his
What's
thing.
wrong?
No, wait.
I don't want to.
Punchline.
I want.
What happens when they squeeze you?
Then I know like it's some real love. You know what I mean? That's when I know. You know what I mean? Like Mary J. Blige.
I'm
Real
gonna do
love.
for that real love. Something. Whoa.
It's like look. I feel that English girl, yeah. I feel they don't have the banging pussy. You get me? When you have you see now when you have foreign pussy.
I'm not English.
Sorry, brother.
No,
yeah, I'm
but
not
it's
English.
because they most of all the English girl, all the English
Girl.
women.
But when you say
got
English-
offended, like black
Well, they
British.
would. They
Black
would get
British.
offended.
Black
They would
British.
get offended. They would.
Why?
Why wouldn't they? You're telling them none of them's got good tonton.
I'm just
Be like,
saying that if listen, you're not.
I don't
you're not
concur, by the way.
English.
Yeah, I don't concur too. There's
Okay.
enough good tonton out there in England.
I mean, High
okay.
So yeah, because I was gonna comment, but why am I commenting?
I don't know why you're commenting.
Because I was just gonna like, you hear me?
Yeah.
Involve myself in the whole thing. That
I thought we buried, like, I thought we got the point.
No,
with this, you know what I mean? I thought I was gonna move.
I must have got
misheard.
misheard. I must have
He
misheard.
thought you was into golden showers or something.
Yeah, like squeezing out like when she squeezes, pee come out or something. That's what I was thinking he was saying. But obviously not. So I'm glad it isn't that.
I'm trying to explain that I wanted it like vice grip on my peanuts. You know what I mean? Like when you got the vice grip, you crank it, wrench it up, and then it's tight. You know what I mean? And then you can do.
Why are you?
Man knows what he wants.
So so I'm saying.
Man's just an intimate part of what he does. Just letting us into his world.
Chevelle's, when he says to the girl, "Squeeze me."
Yeah, that's scary.
Why is it scary?
Because
how's it scary?
Nah, that's
Batman.
You sound like Batman.
Yeah.
No.
So how do you want to say?
No, but it's scary.
I don't want him to say it like that. I just don't. You know what? I don't want you to say it.
Are you sure?
But why? Okay, but
that's scary.
Do you want it like
this?
Squeeze me. Is that how you want it?
Squeeze me, baby, till I lose control.
Or do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do that,
baby girl?
Yeah, I do.
You know what I mean? Because
that's not you know.
What? It's not right.
It's not that it's not right. It's just that you don't need to know that.
What do you mean I don't need to know? If I can feel that you're not doing it, then I'm going to ask you
No,
to
I'm
do it.
saying me and you will never, so you don't need to ask me that.
Because
it's like,
can you squeeze?
Yeah, because it's like when I'm asking the question, it's like, I'm wrong for saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with that?
I feel like that's, but that's his girl, not me.
No, he's not asking you to squeeze.
He's asking if I can.
Have the ability.
Yeah.
Is it a universal?
I don't know. I just know what I could do.
But you know if you could. You know
you get me? Like we just explained.
Hey, High Priest, you know if you could.
You get it? Like it's like, do you have good dick game? Of course, 10 out of 100%. You get me? If I give it to you, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna go to a next dimension. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't have that. You know what I mean? But like that's why I said, Black British. Okay. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Black British bitches do not have good pussy. That's 100%. You get me? You get me? Who's gonna challenge that? You get me? Because I'm pussy conqueror.
I'm not gonna challenge it because I don't delve into pussy.
I don't agree.
Deal with the other side.
Why don't you don't agree?
I don't know if they do or not.
Being somebody that is black in Britain or could be classified as black, I'm not black British because I don't claim that. I feel like it's an odd thing. My generation, we don't claim them things.
Yeah, for real.
You get me? We don't do that. But
real.
I understand what man means. You're a black person in Britain. Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely lots of, well, let me not say that. I've definitely had the fortune of encountering black women in Britain who have no problems in that
yeah.
That's the most PC, isn't it?
telling you.
They got no problem.
Thanks to Des and myself.
Yeah, I've met some black women with bungalows, studio flats. Do you know what I mean? Maybe one bed sits. And I've
sometimes daddy's mansion.
I've had some mansion expansions. You know what I mean?
Expansion with the mansion.
The mansion with the conservatory.
That's crazy. That's
my
a whole.
next question,
the super bunker. And the super bunker. The billionaire's bunker.
So what I want to what I want to know, High Priest, is so have you? All right, what's the ratio where you've dealt with black women in Britain?
No, allow that. I'll tell you what we tell you. This
Wait, to white women in Britain or Asian women in Britain?
Yeah, have you tried any other?
What's your percentage?
Have you tried any?
I'm a Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't deal with no snow bunnies. I never have, and I'm not saying I never will.
Hold on, no. But he said European women have tight or know how to squeeze.
I said foreign.
Oh, foreign.
Yeah, foreign.
Okay. So what's foreign to you then?
So like Caribbean. Okay, so where? Okay, let me explain my pussy conquering. So I've been Colombia, I've been Dominicana, I've been Sudan, Egypt, Nigeria.
Well, you say he's beating he's beating in Sudan and that?
Yeah. Ethiopia or Abyssinia, you know what I mean? And there's more, but like those are the key like if I like the trophy ones, you know what I mean?
Where did you enjoy the best?
Where did I enjoy the best? Fools? It's difficult.
Sudan.
Sudan is in the top 5.
Why did I think you'd say that?
Because that's that Nubian pussy. You get me? That's that original OG black pussy.
Purple on the inside.
That's that.
Yo.
That's that Queen Nefertiti.
I knew I'd get you, Sorry. Fucking hell, shit.
Well, one thing I know, you got to keep flying, bro, because you just killed yourself here, boy, in England.
Why?
What you say? He's done out here.
Done at it.
What's this? You're done at
More than done.
Yeah, man. Just keep flying, bro. That's all I say.
I'm not gonna be upset. You know what I mean? Like,
He's
like
You're not missing nothing. That's
you know
what
what I
I
mean?
mean.
I'm not missing anything.
Yeah,
Most gal in here anyway, you know what I mean? They give man problem in UK.
What kind of problem do they give you, High Priest?
No, I'm not saying they give me specifically problem. You get me? I'm about prevention. You know what I mean? I don't want no problems. So I'd rather just sidestep it. You get me? But in terms of like if you see in the black community, there's a high percentage or proportion of separate families, or families that are not together, or man and woman that are not together. You get me? And this is now how we're gonna, let's say, because you don't like the T word, this is how we're gonna move on into the new topic that I wanted to discuss. Because when I sent the soundbite or the clip about the squeezing and all them things, one woman said to me, "Why are you sending me about sex? That talk about the children, that they're killing each other and our community and that." And I'm like, all right, bitch, you want me to talk about that? No problem. I'll talk about it, even though I've talked about it so many times.
Why is every woman to you a bitch? I need to clock it. But because that's like, you've done this a few times, and it's towards the same black woman that you say you don't favor or whatever because they don't know how to squeeze. I don't understand. You talk about Dr. Umar Johnson, but more time Dr. Umar.
That time is nuts right now.
Like, he speaks well about the women. Yeah, he will talk about us, but not in the way you do. I don't like the bitch word every fucking 2 seconds. Let go of that.
I'm just emphasizing.
You don't need to emphasize,
you know what I mean? I'm just
that a black woman is a bitch, because we get called that all the time. We don't need to be getting called that by our fellow brothers.
Okay. Not every black woman's a bitch. Not every bitch is a
for
black
sure.
woman.
Thank you. I just allow the bitch argument. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sit here and hear you talking about another black woman as a bitch and just consistently bitch, gal. Just what the hell? The hell is that? You can continue, but yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I will forever use gal.
And I don't like it.
I know.
I don't like it. But yeah, like, you get me? I can tolerate the gal.
Yeah, but bitches.
It's just a bit much.
She's a bitch though.
You get me?
Some gal a bitch.
Yeah, I get that, but it's every time.
He's actually talking about bitches right now though.
Yeah, like, what's the problem with that?
What? Like,
I don't know, man.
do you know what I mean? I understand where you're coming from.
I'm not a fan,
I get it. I get it, man. I get it.
Look, I'm just saying it from real life, innit? I'm not. This ain't no fairy tale. This ain't. You get me? I'm making it up in my head. When I come on the show, you get me? I'm coming from experience. You get me? Like, I'm just telling it how it is, and I'm telling a story of why I'm talking about it. Like,
speak your truth, man.
Yeah.
But
you're gonna get hot up then. No problem.
No problem. I'm ready for it. Like, you get me? Like, what is a woman gonna do? At the end of the day, let me tell you why I talk like that. Yeah. Because I've been stabbed because of girl. You get me? Because of black girl. You know what I mean? So I have the authority, I have the right to talk about it like that, because I've been in them situations. When I've been honey trapped. You get me?
But not all of us are like that.
So why is it?
The woman never stabbed you. That's what you're saying. Because of a woman, right?
But the woman set up the stabbing.
Facilitated the
Yeah.
stabbing.
I hear you, brother.
You get me?
I hear you.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that all women are the same and that,
No, of course
but
not.
I'm saying like in our community, yeah, for us as let's say melanated rich beings in UK, yeah, our situation in terms of happy families is not really a good situation, is it? And as a result, it affects the children because now the children have no guidance from their fathers, especially the black boys, and now they're killing and stabbing and shooting each other recklessly because they don't have the guidance. Do you understand?
So what do you say about? So what do you think the main causes are for these dysfunctional families? What?
That's a good word.
What's bringing that about? There's a word for it, innit? What do they call it? Broken home.
Yeah,
that's
broken home.
it.
Yeah, broken
Yeah, broken home.
What is the cause of that? I mean, the cause of it. I don't have no kids because I know I'm not ready for no.
You got no kids?
I have no kids.
Yeah, I'll speak on it then.
No, yeah, because I'm
Man,
I'm not. You know why
it's a-
I can speak on it? Because I'm preventing, the killings by not producing no kids. Because I'm not ready
I
to have
don't
a
agree
youth.
with that, man. But
You know what I mean?
don't
Big
agree
up
with
China as well. Like, there's a whole thing out there about how in depth can you speak about parenthood and families if you're not.
I think you can have an
don't own
opinion. You
one.
can have an
Yeah.
opinion. You can listen. Anyone can have an opinion. I would never tell a person they can't have an opinion. But if you haven't got children, you haven't been through it, or you haven't been actively in their lives or something, because some people have children but they've never been in their lives, right? Like, didn't even. But I'm saying if you have children and you've spent time with them and you've grown them to a certain level, it's like then you've got something to say about it. But if you haven't done that, I think you can have an opinion. I would never say you can't, but you can't really speak on it like you know.
Okay. Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Explain why there's a more percentage of broken black homes in UK than fixed homes in UK.
I don't know if there is. If you show me the stats first, I'll talk about it. But it's not like I need to talk about it.
If you go in Grove right now,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and see what's going on in this vicinity, in this borough, Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea, and you go to the let's say the deprived part of Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea, which is Latimer Road, which is
Would you call it the what part?
the deprived part.
Private.
No,
Deprived.
deprived.
Okay,
Yes.
deprived.
Not
deprived,
not the uppity Chelsea and South Ken. Even in South Ken, there's a little bit of a state that is hidden, buried in somewhere.
I know
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, but I'm saying in terms of like black British homes, there is a more percentage of broken black British homes than fixed black British homes. I'm privileged to have both mum and dad in my
I got to see them
life.
stats. I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah, I
don't
definitely
know
want
if
to see the
that's
stats. But I will say this also, man. I feel like, you know what? I know a lot more people that have strong family structures. My brethrens, them, people I know, younger people than me, they're not. I definitely see the devastation in certain families. And you know what? But I see a lot more positive now than I do negative. Me personally. But maybe it's because we're different age groups and whatever, different
In
scenarios.
terms of positive, what do you mean?
I mean, like fathers that are in their lives with their mum.
With their mum.
With the mum, even if they're separated, they're both actively in the family. Like I see
That's
a lot
already-
of positive
yeah.
situations,
Yeah, that's already an issue though.
and I'm not in one. Yeah, for a situation that I'm with my daughters. Yeah, but I'm saying I see it a lot. I see a lot of man around me, like, and when I really check, as you get older and I'm a bit older, I just always realize, like, Rad, you know what? Sometimes it's the marketing, you know. Like, you know, so everyone says, Rad, Jamaica's safe. Jamaica's safe. Jamaica's like as safe as Peckham. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can go anywhere and dead. Yeah, but what it is the algorithm and the marketing will make you think you can't. So I'm saying right now the status quo is deprived children, innit? Like, and it's like, yo, not every kid's deprived. You know, some kids are acting deprived. When they go home, they got 2 parents. You know,
Mad. That happens too.
come on, man. So what I'm trying to say is, listen, there's real problems and issues, but bro, honestly, if I attempted to even answer that question to you, which I'm not gonna do because I don't feel the need to right now, but I'm like, yo, man, it goes into so much other different things. We'll be here for 5 hours if we really talk about it. And I don't mind that, but I'm just saying, yo, man, like, there's a lot more to just making, like, you know, bullet statements and thinking they're fact. Like,
Yeah, in terms of like, there's more broken homes in the black community than successful ones or running ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't believe it.
I think it can
I'm
feel
not
like
saying
that
it
at
ain't,
times,
but-
but I'm not saying it ain't either. I feel like it can feel like that. Like growing up in Peckham, a lot of my peers there was no dad, so it was just a standard thing.
Yeah.
It was a standard thing.
You know, I saw a stat recently for America, yeah? And you know, like their social, like people on the social. And you know, there's more white people than anyone.
Yeah, of course, facts.
Yeah.
Like in America.
But there's more white people.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
definitely.
about to
But I know you
say.
saw the stats, yeah? But I'm saying, if you listen to the rumour,
Yeah.
it's all black,
Yeah.
Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, when you chill, you know, even
Sorry.
stats, you know, stats are like
Stats
fucking.
can work for anyone.
Well, they come like pyramid schemes, man. You can just mix them up, you know, and make a stat in England on the news is different from a stat in Yard or America on
It's
the
not
news.
even just that. It's the way you report that stat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You can say
It's manipulation,
you can
man.
say,
That's
you
what
can
it
say
is.
55%. You get me? Over half of the nation decided to go left and did it there. Or you could say, nearly half of the nation did not want this, and then you know what I mean? It's however you.
Or you see
spin
like
it,
hair products, you know, like hair products, Head and Shoulders or something. I learned years ago when I first got into the game with Dynamite, yeah, and she was blowing up, and like I'm getting to have meetings with people that I perceived to be powerful at the time, big
Used
companies.
to manage Miss Dynamite
and all of that, yeah. And I realised that some of them, you know, them little adverts, 70% of women prefer Head and Shoulders. When you read the small print, you know,
100 people out of a test of 100 people,
100 people, 1,000.
Right,
so
that's
really,
spin.
like, come on, man.
That's spin.
And that's what politics like.
That's
Right now,
spin.
they're saying everybody
Same
hates
thing.
Trump, innit? What you got to ask is how many people did you ask? And I bet they say 1,000. Oh, well, there's 300 million in America, bro. Like, and he's in power, yeah? So if you're telling me that a couple months after he's in power, I don't believe you. And part of being the kind of people that we are, and while I rate what this is all about, and it's the first podcast I'll come on properly, yeah? It's because I think when you're rebellious as a youth, you might go through fuckery, whatever, jail, whatever. If you could keep that rebellion in you till you're older, it goes in your favour. When you've come through the fire and you become a man now, and you realise you face your fears, you face your insecurities, you know, fix up whatever you got to fix up. That rebelliousness makes you realise that marketing can't fool you anywhere. Can't fool you anywhere, bro. And I'm saying to you, a lot of people are walking around fooled by statements and bullet points. And listen, it ain't real. It ain't real.
You gotta be careful with stats.
Come on.
You gotta be careful, man.
Come on, man.
You know, I think they're useful in conversations.
The algorithm
They are useful.
is algorithming. Like, no one's doing it now.
Yeah.
Some of them say they're doing it. Like, it's got so bad that what I believe, because, you know, I have an opinion. That's all I have, yeah? I feel the algorithm's working in such a way now that the fuckery's just getting promoted, because that's how the algorithm works. Whatever's popular, whatever we're liking. I think the next stage is like almost direct marketing, innit? Now I want to go that way. Like, I noticed the more I like looking at women and like Chris Kial, yeah? The more I like real history things. And I noticed I keep getting more of it.
That's all you get.
Yeah. So I'm saying you can kind of direct it.
They give
for
you
yourself.
they give you
but
what you want.
I'm saying to you, if you keep on looking at the fuckery, and you know what? It's funny, I was talking, you know,
You know what I noticed?
Yeah.
Just quickly, to add to that. It's cool. I could watch 1,000 nature things and nature comes up in my memory. See, the minute you watch one of the fuckery subjects,
that's it.
You're bad, man.
That's
I
it.
noticed
Yeah.
I noticed that.
the push to go back, it's mad.
It's like, let them have that.
Do you know what? I've seen it happen in like real time, in a sense where I'd click on a reel on Instagram, a reel, watching that, and then whatever I've clicked on, when I start scrolling from that particular video, that's all I'm getting.
You know what? We need to get past all of that, because we're at the point where your apps are and your devices are actively reading your mind.
Your mind, yeah.
Actively reading your mind, bro.
Yeah, but listen, I'll be talking to you now.
No, forget talking.
Nah.
Yeah, but
reading your mind.
Talking, bro.
You ain't opened your mouth.
Bro, there's shit that's on your mind.
Yeah.
That's
And then you
popped
pop
up
it,
in your
pops up.
thing.
Yeah, I get it,
You
I
ain't
get
even
it.
spoke it.
Yeah.
I get it. Do you know
That's the
something
maths that they're putting in
man.
of, okay, you like this and you
Yeah.
like that.
So let's
and
put
you're
that
in this
together.
area and you're of this demographic.
Right.
Bam.
Yeah.
I'll give you that
Yeah?
for sure.
It's
I'll give you that.
scary.
They
It
do. They kind of do the like knowing what your next
Predictive,
move
yeah,
is
predictive.
in the
Predictive. What do you want to call it? Predictive advertisement,
right,
or whatever.
Whatever.
Intuitive.
Yeah, go on.
And soon you ain't got. They'll meld that. And will they really be a difference? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Will there really be a difference? Like the future is scary, but just to swing in the other back to where we came from, right? Firefighter. Yeah, just to return to a point that was made. Dr. Umar was brought up, right?
Yeah, mad thing.
I mean, obviously he's been in the news for. I should have spoke about it on My Two Pence, man. I forgot about that. So
But you
basically,
see, even sorry to cut you,
go.
but even him, you see, he's in a situation with broken home and family, and his daughter saying that he's not looking after them. You know what I mean? And this is someone that is pro-black to the fullest. You know what I mean? And even he's got problems. You get me? And
That's real life, innit?
You get it. But some people will say that High Priest is chatting shit and that everything is okay in the black community. But if the most prolific person, you know what I mean? If the most prolific person, in the black community that is pure black power has got problems with his own family, that already shows you that there's big problems in our community. But anyway, go on.
No,
Kid.
just,
Do you think he's the most prolific person?
No, but it just
He
goes
is.
to show. It just goes to show that people don't stand by what they say. That's all it is. It's all a stage. That's all it comes down to.
Well, you're saying he's a
And
fraudster.
that's in every demographic, every ethnicity, every religion.
All right, do you know-
There's going to be people. We've seen it happen in the conscious community so many times.
Yes.
Right? Because they put themselves on a pedestal. They also allow others to put themselves on a pedestal.
Now you're getting to it.
Do you understand?
Just
So
as
I
a
don't.
question, yeah?
When I heard that, I
What got
wasn't
me
shocked.
was his response. What got me, or what I learned about him? Because
So
listen,
first of all, let's set it out there clearly.
Okay, yeah, let's-
What is the allegation?
I think his daughter just come online saying, "Yo, all
She's
you're going in and all
22.
this positivity you're doing, you ain't in my life. You ain't
looked after
you ain't
me,
looked after
basically, is what she's saying. You ain't looked after me, and that she's reached out countless of times and she's been ignored, right? She said the last time
That's
she
right,
reached
ignored.
out, she
Why
asked
is it
about
always the man with the youths that want them that
that
ignore
don't
their
that
youths?
ignore their
What
youth.
the fuck?
However,
Crazy.
if I'm gonna be honest, when she revealed the screenshot of the text messages, he was trying to clarify if this is really his daughter, essentially, by why are you texting me on a different number if you're so and so. Do you understand? He was trying to, and so when she said, I'm just trying to get to know my sister, could you give me a contact? She had nothing back from him.
Because he weren't. So you
So he's
maybe.
thinking, right? Is
So-
this even my
so
daughter
she-
texting me? 'Cause it's a
Right,
different
so
number.
this is the thing,
And
like,
he gets a lot of texts, obviously.
Of course.
because he said his number ain't been changed. So that's just to be clear. Let's just put everything out, right? She's
Very
saying
good point.
that Boom, she's been ignored. However, I think he was just trying to clarify: are you really my daughter? Because probably a lot of people are.
But regardless
yeah.
of clarifying or not, you're not really dead there.
Clearly, you
like
ain't
that in
been,
her life.
because for you to have to
She don't know her
clarify,
sister.
the
yeah.
number, then you clearly ain't been in your daughter's
But
life.
I mean, does that disqualify him from speaking on the issues and the matters that he does?
No, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't at all. I think a lot of what happens in society is this: someone throws shade on you, and then automatically everybody tries to discredit your hard work. And I think that has to stop, innit? Because people need to be objective, innit? It's like you can still be a fucking bad parent and still give a bit of good
But
parent
hold
advice.
on.
It does happen.
But hold
You get
on.
what I'm saying?
I would agree.
The issue is it's the
Social workers doing it
hypocrisy.
all the time.
It's the hypocrisy though, right?
of course,
and that's the problem, because you
course.
ain't put your own life out there,
course.
but you're ready to talk about everybody else's. Now let's just be honest. You could say within these little speeches you're giving, listen, I tried to be a part of my daughter's life. You could bring it to the forefront instead of hiding it. And I think that's the problem people are finding.
I haven't followed Dr. Umar probably in like 3-4 years, but I was on to him early. I rated what he was doing. I'm a gut instinct man. I'm an energy man, innit? And sometimes I'm around these people. Like, I'll be around them, but they won't know. Like, I might go to New York and they're doing something and someone knows them and I'll be there and I'll just shut up. But I will see them. I'll be in a room with them. I won't even talk to them. Yeah, but the reality is, I've had some energy around that guy or people that know him. Not so much in a room with him. I've been around Chaka bars a bit. Here and there, he wouldn't know. And you see me, yeah?
What are you drinking in there? Water?
No, I was drinking some of that. Wait, before we carry on, can we just make a little toast to... I want to big up Winners Podcast for bigging up.
Big up Winners
That's what
Podcast.
I want to do, yeah?
Hold on.
Let's talk about it.
Let me
Sorry,
say my piece.
let's talk about it. Yeah, God.
So listen, you lot are gonna
winners,
hear.
man.
Big
Listen,
up winners.
it's official now, yeah. I'm gonna be doing stuff with Jedi proper.
Yeah.
Why
And
for that though?
when I
pause.
saw that, there's no why for that because man, no, I ain't on
I'm
that shit.
just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I'm from a different
You
generation.
can't handle
Yeah.
Big Uncle Nick.
Yeah,
I think you pass your station.
but nah, pass,
Big
no
Uncle-
station.
He said,
No, you can do it.
no.
Why
You
for
can
that
do it, but
said
we're
way?
battle.
But yeah, man, understand him
But hear
thing.
what now? When I
Pause.
saw that, I actually asked him when I first got to chat to you. I said, "Why do you know them?" And you said to me, "No, you don't, right?" So for me, I just went back on, and I don't really tag, but I'm tagging a lot now. I was like, "Yo, real men do real things," because I got a lot of history in the game, before any of them man bust, yeah, all of them, right? And I'm like, I watch things. I can't say I watch all their podcasts a lot, but I get the TikTok, I get the 5-second Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'm
the
very
rules.
aware of things in it because someone will be getting interviewed and I know them when they bust or I remember when they come in the game. So, you know, whatever. I'm just saying that I'm aware. And when I saw that and I realized that he doesn't know them, I love that, man.
No, I love that. It's even,
Give me
it's
energy,
even
man.
sweeter.
Yeah.
It's even sweeter. That's why I'm like, Rod, you know what? That was actually a real nod.
Yes, bro.
You get me?
Yeah, that you're
Because
doing the right thing.
We don't know each other.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
maybe more than likely we're from the same. We're from like
Same
we're both
energy,
from South
same
East London.
energy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
The
yeah,
same
I'm from
energy.
Peckham, he's from Ghetto, innit?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Them man are
And
from
you
the
lot
area.
probably have
We probably
mutuals,
know
yeah,
mutuals,
yeah.
but we don't like. It's not that nothing.
Interacted, right?
So I take it as more genuine than anything.
Yeah.
Because them man just said, "Raw, I was surprised. Raw, man shouting my name. What's that?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you know me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So big
yeah.
up to Winners Talking
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Big up to Doug and big up to Pound Sterling.
Yeah, for
You
real.
done
Big
know.
up you guys, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I
That
love
was
that. I
a
love to
nice
see it. I
treat
love to
as
see it. I love
well.
to see it.
Yeah,
Cheers to you, man. Cheers to you,
cheers.
man.
And I feel
That
like it
was
was
a nice
justified
treat.
as well, yeah? I
Yeah.
feel like it was justified. And obviously, even their podcast, I've noticed their level of guests has stepped up a bit lately.
Yes.
Which means they're getting the right reaction. And I thought, right, you took your time out to big up this brother.
Yeah.
And that I know
And
that's genuine.
we're in the trenches.
Yeah.
So,
Right, yeah.
so you know,
Yes.
right, Jens is here with us. We're in the
Yeah,
trenches.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you man did that little shout out. We appreciate
We
that.
appreciate
And
That
even
was-
me
yeah.
seeing it, I
That
was in
was nice.
Jamaica at the time, yeah, and I was
Yeah.
thinking, rah, do you know what? Sometimes a man gives you an alley oop, you know.
Yeah.
And that was that alley oop.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Respect you, King. Because you know what? I don't see no one else do it.
You know
Yeah.
what? Like, not to be that guy. I'm gonna say this briefly. Do you know what I mean? Not to be that guy, but obviously, as we're moving through life, you get to realize that you will get man that you don't know from Adam or Eve that you don't know from Adam that will do the alley thing, and your friends will be like, you know what I mean? They won't be the ones to do the alley.
Right. To
Maybe
to shout
they,
you
in
out.
my head, I think maybe some of them think, "Who am I? I can't really impact. I don't really." They don't have the mindset that every little helps.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Or they look at you as competition.
There's a lot of that as well. But I think mainly it's like you meet each other in the locker room and discuss your games that you've individually had, but you never go and hit the pitch together. You never hit the field. It's more like that. That's how friendships seem to have gone in the UK now. It's like
Yeah.
we will sit down and talk about our individual
But not-
endeavors
yeah.
or whatever, but we're never gonna
Join up.
leave, lace up our boots and actually hit the field together.
Yeah.
It's weird, but we're all
And
in
you
the
know what?
locker
I
room.
can't do. Listen, like I say, I
You know
don't
me?
watch a lot of it, but I'm aware. And I felt like it was almost like them saying, "Look, we've done our stuff, and we're here, and now we keep our eyes on the streets. And here what we rate him."
Yeah.
And I thought like, right, that's so real.
That's
you know?
how I got
Yeah,
it as
yeah.
well.
That's
That's
so
that's
real,
how I
man.
received it.
So
I'll
big
be
up
real.
Pound Sterling and what's the other man's name?
Yeah.
Doug.
Doug.
Big up
yeah.
Dog. And you know what? I see they got Cranium on recently. And Cranium
Yeah.
are bad boy artists, you know? Bad boy artists that people
Serious
need to realize.
vocalist
you know.
that, you
biggest,
know.
for me, biggest tune of last year. That one where he's talking about morning, where he's talking about, you know, bright day. He's talking
Okay.
about, yeah, I'm blessed.
Big up Cranium.
Biggest tune. Anywhere you play that in the world right now, any dance, watch how the place going. Big up Out There Records as well, Pierre and all them.
But
But
music hat on now.
Yeah. See.
yeah, but
Big up Pierre,
Pick
yeah,
up
man.
Pierre.
Out There Records.
Get me.
yeah, but like that's what I listen. I was just so happy that I was so happy that happened for you. And do you know where my personal thing comes from? Do you know what? I buck you. It's funny. One day we got to talk how I buck you. New Year's Eve, yeah. We got to, yeah.
You can say it now. Say it now. You say it now.
You sure?
Say it now, bro.
Yo, first time I set eyes on this man, the man was brocking up a man, you know.
Oh
And the
no,
way
was
he-
it that night?
Oh, was you there, yeah?
Yeah.
And hear the joke. Hear the joke. I got arrested that day and got bailed. Just about half an hour before I come to that dance.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I got bailed. And I remember when you was bucking out the brother, I'm protective, innit? Because you see the bear he was bucking out. I knew him, but I didn't know him.
Yeah, you were so...
And his eyes, you see his eyes? He was looking around, and looking at every man, but he was like, I'm doing my stuff, yeah?
And I looked at...
Rice, yeah. So I'm looking at you, and I'm saying, and Rice is obviously telling me, nah, man, he's about it, he's cool. Yeah, and I was saying, blood clot, the Thompson. Listen, the man talked to me after the man that got the beating, talked to me after, you know. And it's like I was talking to the elephant man, you know. And I remember thinking, wow, because I got compassion. I'm trying to listen. I've done my stuff, but I'm not trying to make out like I'm some bad man. I'm like, Ross Clark, don't you think you need to go to hospital, bro? Because listen, it was nuts, yeah?
Bro.
And I remember just thinking, but I remember watching you, the energy of you, and I said, this brother's serious, you know? And then we ended up...
He didn't want to do it, though.
No, but guess what?
That was the energy.
The reason why
man was mad with himself.
Yeah.
Like,
what you made me do? This gonna hurt me more than it hurts you, brother.
Yo, let me tell you something. I ain't seen a man get beat like that in years, yeah? And the way he held it, he was after, he's like,
he held it, coked up.
It's fucking cocaine, isn't it?
Anyway, after that, now I'm going spa every Sunday. Every time I'm in London, I go spa every Sunday. And he's going to the spa. And I felt compelled to tell him, yo, brother, I know him, you know, but he's not my brother. He was watching me like, right, because I'm looking, obviously, should we stop this? Because it looks bad, you know? But I'm looking at him saying, but
justified reasons,
he might try and do that to me.
Right.
Because he's got some roundhouses.
Because you don't know why. You don't know why a man's doing what he's doing at this point.
So anyway, and obviously...
But if you intervened, I would have allowed it.
No, you would have?
Yeah, of course I would. I would have allowed it.
You see the roundhouses?
Get me?
The roundhouses, the powerfulness.
Any other man them that get me, I would. It's not that I was laser focused on him.
Yeah, he
do you
was.
know what I mean? And that's really how I dish out
my
thing is. I've always got.
There was no sprays.
You're just focused. A man, if I got a shop, come back and put a fuse back in for you to calm down. I say it right. And with the brother, I had some idea with the brother for that building. Right, that's why my man brought me there to meet him. So I'm thinking, shit, I don't want to. But the other thing was, I had been arrested that day on a false accusation, and I got let out. So I was thinking, gee, you just come out.
Is it by the same person?
Yeah, right. So what happened now is, and then anyway, we're in the spa, and I noticed he's in the spa, but I'm with my brother, and I see him, I say, right, he's a cool dude, you know. But you know, I also as well, you see your locks.
Yeah.
I really dread locks, that man.
I know.
So when I see a man with locks like that, I'm like, nah, man, they're serious, you know. Because certain men will have locks, but they're pretty boy locks. This man have nutty locks. Some of them were so thick. I said, blood clot. I know
it was as thick as my forearm.
Like your five. So
you turned him into Wicks almost. You turned him into Wicks almost.
Yeah, but then he's not my pal. I said to him, look, he's not, because I just felt an energy to do it. And it turned into where we are now. So I know I was meant to meet this brother.
Yeah,
you understand?
100%.
And like I say, when I'm watching what he's doing.
I saw you on one of them roads there. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, Grove. We was out for the day.
I saw you, and you come and you said to me, like,
is that why I said it?
That's what you said to me. Listen, you said to me, I'm trying to, you get me, boom, boom, boom. I know the guy, but more than anything, you said, like, I'm a pattern you. Yeah. That's what he said, and I said, wow. I said, nah. I said to him, don't pattern me. He's got to pattern me. He said, nah, don't worry, I will pattern, because it's just like,
because I'm thinking I solved the problem, so I can do what I got to do with the brother. Because I know every time he sees the brother, he's haunting him.
Right.
But I'm like, it made me even more angry. You don't even deserve friends like you.
Yeah, it's true.
Like trying to pattern for him.
I only met him 2 weeks before. I don't know the brother.
He's a cunt, man. He's a proper cunt.
But that was fucking hilarious. But that's how I met
him.
Jedi,
Yeah, man. And just for context, I did work for a brother. I did some security work for a brother.
Yeah.
He poached me from off the roadsides with my other brother, who can have it, like a boxer. We were chilling. He's come and poached us. Approached the man them talking about, listen.
That's the little slim brother, innit? That can box.
Yeah.
Gallus, innit?
Yeah.
He cracks.
We got this. We got I got this going in, and do you know what I mean? I could do with some muscle and and I'll pay you lot nicely.
Yeah.
And man was like, you sure? Yeah, cool. Man went and worked. It was New Year's Eve.
New Year's, yeah.
And you know what I said to myself? I said, blood clot. Any man who don't pay that man his wages.
And I remember upstairs.
No, but imagine that you're dealing, like, my heart's clean. So from that, you didn't know me.
Yeah.
But if you knew me, and you would have said, nah.
Was the payment for that day?
For that
day, yeah.
But you know what is with that brother? That brother will hold the licks rather than pay, because that's the hustler he is.
Bro, he's a weirdo.
He's a weird one, though.
He's a cool brother, but not
Because imagine, like, we're getting down to like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, eat that, man.
So basically, just waiting on the wages.
And people's payment ain't...
And this is what happened. I've made so much money. I made money.
While he was there, yeah.
I'm making money doing my security thing. Obviously, I'm getting some cash in hand. I'm letting people in and, these lot are with me. So I've made money. But you're like doing something. So I cornered him at one point. I said, yo, boom, where's my peas? You got my peas and my brethren's peas. Like, you get me? Boom, let's get the money. And then he said, yeah. And then he just done something where it's like time slowed down. And I was in his vibe. And he was in a movie. He was in Lock, Stock. No. He was in He was in Rise of the Foot Soldiers.
Yes, no, he turned more Lock,
He turned into Stephen Leach or something. Yeah. I don't know if you know that film.
Oh, he chucked it with you a bit?
Nah, he's just turned into this Essex gangster, doorman, bodyguard, bad man, cheeky blinder.
Okay.
I've seen you now.
I've got the fucking...
I've got
the... just like, bro, he just spun and said, do you know, I said, he said
something cheeky, man.
Like, I'd like, I just like when things are straightforward, bro.
Yeah.
And he said, and he span around. I'm walking behind him. He told me to follow him, and he span around, and he's gone, do you know what I like? Like that. Do you know what I like? And I'm like, what? And he's like, so I like when people follow my orders or follow my or do what I've asked him to do. But he said it in some cheeky way, bro. Like, I swear, if the camera was on me, you would have seen me say like a realization.
He'll never talk to you like that again. He'll never talk to you like that.
He was trying to accuse you of not doing your job.
And I'm like, brother, I've patterned so much for you. I was the head doorman, bro.
Yeah.
What's your question? Did you beat him downstairs in the underground?
Because
I went down there, said blood clot, he got beaten all around here. I was walking around saying, right, this brother got beat all the way through here.
Nah, it weren't that bad. He just does. But okay, and for further context.
Yeah, exactly.
For further context, I don't know what it is with these guys. They realise they've done me wrong.
Yeah.
They don't want to correct their behaviour because they're on cocaine, and cocaine attacks your personality and your ego and makes you think you're invincible. And more than anything else, he's reached for a knife.
Oh, fuck off. Did he do that in front of you?
He had the fucking knife in his thingy pocket. I hate these. What's wrong with these?
This is the first time I'm hearing this one, you know, this part.
The knife went flying after I fucking knock out his fucking mouth.
Whereabouts was this? Was this downstairs in the... Oh, this was downstairs. But you know what?
That's why you're so vicious.
So I'm like, rah, you fucking little pussy.
I was walking behind you. I just
remember feeling like, yo, that's a powerful brother.
I don't know.
Yo,
but I was walking behind you. Anyway, by the time I got down there, things were done.
Anyway, you know what? The moral of the story is, I worked for a guy, honestly.
Yeah.
I went above and beyond, which I always do in anything I apply myself to. Yeah? I sacrificed my social enjoyment or whatever to try and get a job done. I took it seriously.
New Year's Eve.
We've got an abandoned building. We're right by gangland. We're sandwiched between two territories.
Yeah.
You have to actually be on point here. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You got a lot of people's safety in your hands. No Hillsborough's going down in my watch.
Right.
I was actually trying to work. I asked man for some money. He revealed his plan that he was gonna try and fuck me over. I don't know what he was doing.
Now, let me say that part. The other thing is, the other good thing about that dance was upstairs there was a Somalian dance.
Yes!
Ethiopian! Heavy. I was up there more times.
It was lit up there.
And then, so you know the man made money. You know he made money.
Right, it was ram.
Yeah. Because that's what I was going to add. I was going to add that they had their own...
And we took him up there. And he was in there. Me and Rice said, blood clot. I'm chatting to two gals. I'm saying, this place is nice.
Yeah, it's lit.
Because I love the culture.
Yeah. It was sick.
And you know it was deep, innit, right?
Yeah.
It was sick.
And then you know what the brother did?
It's like a yard dance.
We looked back and the brother was a bit nervous.
Yeah,
because I said, what's wrong? What's him now? It's not my tribe.
It's not my peeps.
And you know what that dance was? They're money raisers for the war, you know. And they was raising money for the war against his people. Bruv, the way we took him out and went downstairs, I said, right, shit's deep, you know. I'm thinking it's just a dance, it's a party.
The man there says, were so many of them. They packed it out, they represented
that was lovely.
That dance was heavy, man. That dance was heavy.
Anyway.
But anyway,
we digress.
That's how I met
Dr.
Jedi.
Umar. I would say this, right? Dr. Umar, I would say this. I'm very disappointed in people that still pedestalize other humans. Well, not disappointed. That's a lie. It's sad to constantly be reminded that this paradigm of celebrity worship, idolization, iconization, or whatever you want to call it, putting someone up there, giving someone else the power, is still very prevalent
today,
in our minds, and it affects us so deeply, because it shouldn't matter what any of these individuals are doing or not. And if we were more in that paradigm, it wouldn't really matter what's happened with his youths or not. It don't matter. It's because we're looking at these mans through this paradigm of we want you to be perfect. Like, it doesn't affect anything he said. No. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't take. It doesn't take away from anything he said at all.
A man smoking now can tell you about the dangers of smoking. How does it take away?
From what he's saying.
You're 100% right, but that kind of objective thought process is not for the masses at the moment. The algorithm and the clicks and the likes.
But then the issue is not just us. I guess it is. No, the issue is us. But I like to make it personal. Yeah. So it's Dr. Umar. You obviously, he hasn't said anything wrong, no, but then you're not being 100%. And again, I'm not saying his whole life should be out there, but then when you're dogging other brothers for the same shit you do,
does he do that? Does he call other people out for bad behavior?
Not in that way. Not like
he kind of does though.
Not like specific, but
he does. Snow bunnies and that. If I see a top celebrity with Snow Bunny, you run joke on it.
Okay,
but listen, I ain't watched him in a good few years.
Yeah, no, he does do that.
But that's just. I just mean, as in, when it comes to our community, he has a lot to say about the brothers and what they're doing, and he's not saying anything wrong. However, you're not upholding that same thing that you're telling the brothers to do. You get me?
I'll tell you what I saw about it.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Listen, like I say, I haven't really followed him. I know who he is and I know what he's about, and I respect what he's about. Because I think even with your inconsistencies or your mistakes, you're still on a good path.
Umar.
Yeah, like you're on your thing, innit? Because he's human, you know. We're all human. Listen, Martin Luther King, if you look at his love life behind the scenes, you can criticize him for it. Malcolm X, like, you know what I mean? Like we're humans, bro. And I stop putting people on a pedestal. Like
Malcolm X was a good guy.
But they hold on. But they put themselves. Some of them put themselves.
He's a good example of.
Now, what I'm saying to you, let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: any human that we put on a pedestal, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Listen, I'm with it, but guess what? When the door's closed, there's still a man.
Yeah, man still goes shit, bro.
But is it us that put them on the pedal? Well, it is.
Whatever, it don't matter. I'm not trying to get too deep on it, but I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is that they also put themselves on a pedestal as to why they're not being transparent.
I'll be real, yeah. I got a thing. I started in 2012. A hashtag you can check on Instagram. And it's called, I mention it all the time, it's called, why don't we pick our own heroes? And it was like an epiphany that came to me to realise that everyone is selected.
Yeah.
But when I realised I only found out about Malcolm X through the book and the movie.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Without the book and the movie that went through all the Jewish publishers and all the... How would you have known about it?
Yeah, it's true.
So, this is not something that's being suppressed.
Yes.
I already realised that any food that was coming through these bars was
given as a token.
So then I started looking at all the food that came through the bars.
Right.
As what's on this. So then I looked at Martin Luther King, I looked at Marcus Garvey, I looked at Malcolm X, I looked at all these things. I looked at my idea of a black leader.
Yeah.
Then I looked at black leadership. Then I looked at politicians, prime ministers, the Prime Minister of Nigeria, Ghana, and I started to realise how far the controlled opposition narrative actually goes.
Yeah.
It goes to the point where deep. It goes as deep as you can physically try and look.
Yeah.
That's how deep it goes. From day one, the opposition has been in the pocket, and there's been this way of puppeteering the human mind, knowing that we love left and right. We love red and blue. We love white and black.
Yeah.
We operate looking at codes like that, zeros and ones. So if you just create those two options, you can always puppeteer our minds. The good guy, the bad guy, the protagonist, the antagonist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is called the Hegelian dialectic in terms of this is how they form these type of mental gymnastics that get us going from left and right. So I look at Dr. Umar and I'm like, He's one of them.
Yeah.
What I noticed about Dr. Umar,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm an energy man.
Yeah.
And from the school talk, never really started schooling. I got no time for you, bro. Yeah? And what I'm doing, I realize as my own man, I got my own things. I'm ambitious. I'm doing things. Now I don't need to spend no more time on you.
Do you know what I
You get it?
realized?
If you made the school, I'm
Yeah.
like blood clot. I'll still keep following you.
But do you know
Yeah?
what I realized
But
though?
when I see the school kind of fed to the side, I say, yeah.
Any-
yeah,
Is the school built now?
I don't know, but all I know
This man's
is
bored of
the
looking
school's
for
not
it.
schooling.
Yeah,
The
it's
school's
not- yeah,
not
it's
schooling. That's what I
schooling,
do know.
yeah, yeah,
Because if
yeah.
it was, he'd be in there. Like, you know what's Michael Blackson, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
He launched his school. He come into the front of it and invited people, and he's in Ghana. And even now he's saying, boy, they might thief me with the money, you know. So he's vexed about it now,
Yeah.
but he built the school. I can fuck with that. Or now I can't see Umar Johnson's school, you know. So I'm not bothered about it no more. It's not like I'm saying he ain't done it, but to my knowledge. And the other thing, when I saw his answer the other day, his answer to the daughter online and what he wanted to do, I felt like
Sorry,
I was...
what
listen,
was his answer? Because I didn't get down
Yeah.
to see
his
the
answer was like, to me, it was hollow.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was watching a preacher, and the kind of preacher I was watching was the one that thief your money. Have a Rolls Royce and a church ain't built for 20 years.
Do you remember any of what you were
And that's what I
saying?
said. You know what I said? You know what I said? You know what I said? This is what I said. I done a comment, and listen, it's only the last week I've started commenting. You know?
Yeah.
I-
You become
it's
a
only-
commenter.
Yeah, I want to now, because I want to
Yeah.
get out there, right? And I'm like, do you know what? Sounding like a pastor. And one thing, your daughter needs you, innit? I said it to him, but I said it to in the algorithm. I'm saying, fact is, his daughter needs a conversation with him, and this ain't the way.
This
And
ain't the
done.
way. I don't
That's
know
all I've got
why.
to
I
say,
don't know
'cause I'm
why.
saying that girl is really reaching out.
I don't know
Can we get
why
up his
he'd
response?
respond.
Maverick, do you think you can get up Dr. Umar's response to his daughter's
Reach out.
Could we do
allegations or
could we do it
whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
we do it?
Nah, not yet, but we will soon.
But like I said, I'm an energy man, yeah? And I'm saying, see
get
what?
the little laptop
When I
and
saw his
that,
response,
just
the
get
energy
on
was just dead. And I was like, yeah, brother.
Can I?
me see where you go
I
with
just
this.
want. But I can't remember what I was gonna say. Shit, man.
Umar, the daughter, the response, how he...
I love how you just go.
Yeah, that Umar, the daughter, the response.
Calling him a deadbeat, it says.
Yeah, what does he
But what
respond
does he
to,
say?
to her? She called him a deadbeat. What did he say?
I think
He
I've got
just
it here, you know?
like-
I've got it here.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. Hold on. Before you play that,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, along the lines of what you were saying, that whoever we see out there in the public has been put there.
In a way.
So anytime,
yeah.
so for me now, anytime that I see these type of people and they just so happen to get, I'm just like, well, you was worked in, even if you don't know.
Yeah, even if you don't know.
you don't know,
There's a
you-
reason
there's
why
a reason
I
why
can see you and you're
yeah. So
yeah.
now I'm kind of like, you know what? I'd rather not make it
I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
because I can't be asked to be a part of the game when I didn't ask to play this.
That's the thing. I know that they know if your intentions are not good or you don't have the potential to do any good, then they'll just pass.
You just you
don't-
just win.
So when a man's telling you, I didn't have to sacrifice no one or whatever, that's because you are no threat. No matter
Yeah.
under no circumstances will that 200, 300 grand that you've made threaten anything
Yeah.
of any
That they've got going
you will do
on.
nothing with that. You get me?
You know what I
So
think
come
he's
true.
really good for? He's
But
really
see
good
you.
for- yeah.
Or see you.
Yeah.
I can see you got that little rebellious, that little thing in your heart where if it really comes down to it, you might surprise us all and press the red button. Do you know what I mean? That's why we can't let you get through here. That's why there's got to be measures and sanctions.
So many
Because
barriers.
That's why, because
So
it's not
many.
actually safe to just let any old person become mega famous. It's not safe.
I just think, imagine what my voice could do at its highest potential without being like interrupted by anything else. Could you imagine the people I could touch?
It's crazy.
But I don't want to be. I don't want to be at the stage of the Beyoncés or the Rihannas because I know you had to do something, and I'm not willing to do what you did.
I remember sometimes, you know what it is? We've all got our lives. Everyone's busy. Everyone's going through whatever they're going through. Sometimes vicariously, you live through someone that's doing it, you know. So you support the guy that's dedicated to it. Because the reality is you can't do it yourself. You know, you watching his videos makes you feel like you're supporting it, right? And I think when I've seen him educating people in university, what he was doing is, you remember that little white woman that used to say everybody's racist, all white people are racist, you know, little white.
I
He's
remember
like that.
her, yeah.
He tickles you and he makes you think. And I'm saying that's a powerful thing. But let me tell you something. when people start noticing you, and I remember I worked with artists over the years, and I always say this: you can never know what an artist is really like until they get a hit or they get a bit of money.
Yeah.
And I've seen more often than not, I've seen them turn into animals, man. Change because, and I'm saying to you, what I see with Dr. Umar, you know, man, you just got a bit high on your own supply, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know.
Could we see?
Dr.
the
Umar
video?
has always reminded me of a preacher. It's funny
Yeah,
you said
man.
that.
Yeah, man. He's a preacher.
But
pastor.
yeah, as a
pastor.
He's always reminded me of a pastor offering. Do you know what I mean? Pastor
like
offering.
pastor.
Yeah.
Send around the offering. Straight.
No, that's his
straight.
name, Mr. Offering.
Yeah,
Pastor
man, yeah,
Offerings,
man, yeah,
isn't
man.
it?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and I think.
And I got
I've
mad
never
views
gone-
on
I've
religion,
never
you
been
know.
into that.
All religions.
Yeah, I've never been into that.
Can we play that video?
What's the video? His response.
What's your number?
Yeah, because that's what I
Dr.
want.
Umar Johnson
I've
is
got
a
it.
hotep hustler.
Cloud chaser when you see one. Thank you for recognizing a cloud chaser when you see one. Is there a reason why the mother didn't join her for the video? Why is it Mom with Baby Smurf? How you doing, my beautiful African sisters? How y'all doing tonight? Alpha males. I want to have a sit down with Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. Baby Smurf, I want you to call Mama Smurf. This is what we're going to do. Oh, yes, this is what we're going to do. I'm the king of solutions. Baby Smurf, I want you to call Mama Smurf. And I need y'all to tell me where we going to meet at on Thursday. 1 week from today. I want to meet Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf anywhere in the city of Philadelphia. For recognizing the more slander that we will see, brothers and sisters. And I'm built for it. The
He's
son of
actually
Ogun.
funny though.
I got my 2 spiritual machetes ready. If they want to send children to do their dirty work, send the children.
So wait, is he denying that this is his? Because she was saying.
Send who you must.
What's what he said?
But if you don't know by now, if you don't know by now,
If you don't know.
if you don't know by now who the chosen one of this generation is, you must be dumb.
Oh, so who said you're the chosen
You
one?
get me? From there, I'm dead.
But okay.
I
So
don't know
what
how
is
much
he?
things
He's
like
basically saying that the youth's not his, or that he
No,
doesn't.
no. What he's doing is he's
'Cause-
trying to defend it any way he can. and
Baby
he sounds
Smurf
like
and
a
Mama
idiot.
Smurf. But I don't
You're the
understand that.
chosen
'Cause-
one. You're the chosen one.
All right, let's
What are you
not
talking about?
focus on that though. Hold on, I get the chosen one bit, but that's just whatever.
What he's trying to say is,
He's
why
just
didn't you come
like-
with your
Cheers,
mum?
man.
He's saying,
Go
why
ahead.
didn't you come with your mum and let's link
we'll
up and let's
meet,
go live
Yeah.
and let's talk about
Sounds
this.
like a gang fight.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I
that's
don't
how
know.
you choose as a father
my
to deal with
thing
your
is-
daughter.
Yeah.
Why?
Sound like a-
I don't know.
Foolishness, man.
It's just
Foolishness. And listen,
Yeah.
when you're talking about all your black Pan-Africanism, you know, you sound so intelligent. You sound so on point.
Yeah, but with this
that
one,
don't
he
sound on
didn't-
point.
yeah, he didn't really
that
sound
sounds like
too
you're
good,
reaching,
yeah.
bro. That
Yeah,
sounds like you don't know what to do.
struggling.
You're struggling,
Gotta
and
make
it's an
it come up.
energy. It's a struggle.
But I can't lie though. He did have a. He did give a solution, part of
Let's
a
link up,
solution.
let's
Let's
link
link up.
But you know what I think is this. This is what I
But
think.
he was forced to, in a sense, because
Yeah,
you
I think
know.
sometimes, your path is a beautiful path, you know. But you get to a part where, that's what you was meant to do. You've done that part, and then you try and carry on. And it's like
okay.
you start to lose yourself, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I
I
see
see what
with
you
him.
mean.
That's what I see with
Say
him.
his moments kind of passed.
No, maybe,
In a way,
because
that's
look,
like
I'm not
saying
his
that.
controller. But when I
Yeah.
look at it, I'm like, yo, every time I listen to you now,
You're
you know
overdoing
what?
it,
What
though.
you was doing that inspired me and made
Yeah.
me want to listen to you,
Yeah.
it's dead
Yeah.
to me. But that's just me, one person in this world, looking at him. I'm not trying to change
I
that.
think personally that there is a socially conscious awakening. Yeah. That hits in ripples. It's been going on for a while. So whatever wave hits you, it hits you when it hits you.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, things that pleased you and carried you to point B or point C no longer serve you.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the point. You're saying it very
energy's
well.
gone
Why?
out of it.
Because not
It's
just that, people evolve.
People evolve,
People
but your eyes are opening.
opening.
Now. Is there? Is it, your eyes are opening. Like, and now it's like you can't keep getting me with this dead now. It just looks phony. It sounds phony.
Yeah.
You're like, at one point in time, 2000 and whatever, this energy was good.
Yeah.
House of Consciousness, Sarnetta, this, that, rare,
Yeah.
all these things.
Yeah.
Polite, that,
Yeah.
blah. Sarah Suit and Seti, this, that, blah, 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 blah. at one point, but that was like a vehicle that some people use to open their eyes and start like even exploring consciousness.
Yeah.
Now you look back and you go back there, it's not. What's his Nature Boy?
Gosh.
It's not fruitful. Same
Can I
with
say
this.
something? Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you.
Go.
Sometimes, like, if they get far enough down the line and they've done good things, you know, we have to appreciate that. Because guess what? You can't put every man like he's gonna finish the journey.
No, I hear you.
Like, you might start the journey, you know, and someone else comes. You inspire someone that's 10 years younger than
wisdom.
you. That takes 5 years to come and carry on your journey.
We were talking about that last time.
Yeah, and the reason I say that, because I'm gonna fire a shot now, but it's just I don't even want to debate it. Is Shaka Bar school and all that running hard? Is all of that running hard? Because I heard a lot of things years ago, you know, and I know people that know certain things, and I'm like, right,
Let's talk about it. I mean, it's mad. It's funny because.
Okay, you need to give me context. I don't know more.
You don't know who Shaka Bars is?
I know who it is, but I'm just saying I don't
You know who Shaka
what
Bars
about
is?
the
Yeah, a little bit.
particularly that what are you not talking about to do with him?
I feel like he's a...
Is he from UK?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
Shaka.
is he supposed to be like the #1 conscious person in UK?
Yes.
He's the
Well,
flagship.
I don't know about #1, but
like
he's...
flagship basically of
Yeah,
UK.
yeah, he's doing his thing, and he's, you know, Ghana, Jamaica, citizenship of Ghana now. And listen, from what I can see, he's highlighted so many amazing things, and he's very eloquent, very sharp. You know, vegan, fruit, all
He
of that.
enjoys fruit.
Yeah.
Does his
Proper
thing.
enjoys
Does his
fruit.
thing. Does his thing.
Loves the fruit by a waterfall.
Oh, okay.
Loves a mango.
But there's shades of Umar Johnson.
Ladies, look at this mango. He's like this. Ladies, you've seen them ones where you have to flick over.
Shit.
He's like, ladies, look at this mango.
Has he done that?
Yeah, girl pop a perv on it. But listen, listen.
With his top off and that, girls are like,
I think essentially what he does is really good.
He does his thing, man.
Because there's nothing out there like it.
I've interviewed him.
But
I've met him a few times.
How did you feel interviewing him?
Okay, so like, I was gonna like do a des. I was gonna say disclaimer.
Yeah.
Right. In the past, I've had maybe what you want to call social media, early day social media run-ins with him, where I've put out certain views about him and his activities.
I didn't even know this.
In Somalia. That's why I
didn't
said
even
stick
know
up
this.
in Somalia, with the We Love Somalia campaign with Ben Stiller and
Yes.
couple other guys.
reached heights.
The French dude and Rare. It was looking weird. I first hit him up for being part of the UN thing.
Yeah.
Which is called Young New Something, which was like basically a youth version of the New World Order. Yeah, it was a UN thing, kids UN thing. I saw him involved in that. My ear, my eyes, you get me? Oh, you don't get in these rooms. Okay, I started watching stuff. The algorithm's loving you. You're getting boosted up. What you involved in? Oh, you with Ben Stiller, rare. Pizzagate. All of these stuff was popping off. Ben Stiller was in Bulls of Fire and other things where he's got pizzas on his lap. He's like fucking a pizza. He's got a picture of a bull in the background. Rare. We was asking what's going on. He's with this next French dude that wore skirts and that. They did a We Love Somalia campaign, and then there was reports that there's just reports now, whatever, from independent people saying kids are going missing maybe, or something was going on with these kids. And then it was like, why is my man always around these kids? It started to look dodgy, I can't lie. So I went down this rabbit hole and I was reporting and speaking as it was going. So
Did he come at you? Did he come at you? Did he
I was
come at
slightly going at him. He couldn't come at me because he just didn't have the capacity.
Yeah.
But we had a couple exchanges, but it was like almost like I'm this hater of Shaka Bar and his progression. And there was stuff going on with Grenfell. He aligned himself with Grenfell. Certain members of the Grenfell community that I'm close to saw him as an imposter, as like he was not profiting, but exploiting the scenario for his own fame. And there was some things where he was told don't come to Labrador Grove anymore. It went on. Anyway, long story short, a couple years ago, I ended up getting him I was going at him for something. This Ben Stiller stuff and just bare weird stuff was going on. There were some weird pages out trying to expose him, linking him to all this weird shit that was like correlating with stuff I was seeing and thinking, and it's just weird. Once I see you with Hollywood, it just like I'm like, yo, what? Like, get me. Then it came out that he was in the army.
When I heard that,
I'm automatically. My antennas go up. Using the army, I'm thinking MK Ultra, this, that, rare. He gave us, like, there's so many things. So many weird things around it. But anyway, I've evolved from that. Not to say that I don't stand by some of them viewpoints or whatever, I don't know. But I've evolved from that. We had the interview, and I asked him most of the things that was on my mind, and he answered impeccably. He did very well.
Okay.
In my
very articulate, very intelligent.
Which gave me enough space between what I was considering and what he was saying to say, do you know what, I'm a fool off him because I can't prove none of these things, and if it ain't real or it ain't true, it'd be unfortunate for me to be putting these things on him. So I kind of just fell off that kind of thing. But I was like one of them, the go-to guy to like kind of be like, bro, Shaka Bars, like, I knew his ex-girlfriend. I know his ex-girlfriend. She was saying stuff. I don't know if I should even say that online, but
can I say something? Yeah,
things was going on.
That's how he come into my strategy. I have a ex-business partner, good friend. We had a business when we was doing. I used to manage Bashi, yeah, and we put out Bashi's album and all them things there. Black Boys, all the remixes with everyone in it, and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Des, can you pass me that
bottle?
Yeah. Thank you.
My mate calls me one time in the morning, and he was. Them times that he's in West, you know, meaning Shaka Bars, training in Panton Rec, yeah? But what happened was, he said, you know this Shaka Bars? To my pal, and I said, why? He said, boy, I think he's over your way. I said, what's happening? And he explained to me that his girlfriend, now wife, yeah? Big up George.
Who's your friend's girlfriend?
Yeah, and big up Corinne and Marley. And all of a sudden, she's woke up one morning and she's getting bare hate on her Instagram. And this Shaka Bars has told he's got like 1 million followers now, yeah?
Told his followers,
He's told all his followers that I've worked out who's trying to sabotage and fuck up my emails and all my Insta. And he's defined that it's this woman. Randomly, you know. So now imagine you wake up and your gal, your wife to be, is like, yo, getting mad hate, you know, from probably 500, 600,000, you know, followers. So she's like, what the fuck is this? So he's like, right. He's got in touch with him, had a word with him, and he's like, there's the way he's talking. Nah.
Yeah, I might have to. Yeah.
No, but he's not on a beef thing, but he's on a confronting, because he ain't no punk.
Right.
He's ended up coming to West and turning up on Panton Rec. So while my man's doing the whole, because listen, Shaka Bars is a fitness king, trains with people, talks the talk, innit? So while he's training with the people, my man's turned up on him and said, yo, I'm the man on the phone, innit? Like, well, go on. But man stutter, innit? Man went as greasy as he was talking before. Cool, no problem, because my brethren never come to him aggressive, but he come to him solid.
Yeah.
So that's the first time he come onto mine. So for me, I'm looking at him like, right, because I got my brethren, innit? I'm like, what we got to do? What you want me to do? What we got to do, right? So then I start following him, I start see what's going on. And I see he's doing great things like Dr. Umar.
Lots of good things.
But man, I know a lot of people, bruv. I'm just blessed. Links run the world. Money's good, but links run the world. And I got a lot of links. So I find out.
I've noticed that about you.
I find out that
you're the plug master. Why for that? Mad. I'm so sorry.
Nah, even as a big man, he didn't want to take that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Even as a big man. See these big men. They act like they don't know play the white game.
They know.
But that plug master,
that was crazy. You didn't have to say it again. You didn't have to say it again. I'm sorry.
Just say I connect dots. I connect dots.
I'm sorry, Des. I'm sorry.
So anyway,
I'm sorry.
Over my time now,
that was so
when
wrong
I get that information to me, I might be just chatting to people and whatever, and I'll be like, oh, you know this brother? You know this brother? I've learned that sometimes you can just put and things come back.
Yeah.
And the next person's like, rah, you know what? I know him, you know? And I find out he living in someone's house in Notting Hill. Like, he's the kind of man, he hustles everything. He's like, yeah, can I stay with yours for a week? 3 months later, the people are asking him to leave the house.
3 months?
Yeah? Or every time he flies, this is back then. And listen, Shaka Bars are big, you know, I'm not slandering you. I'm just telling you what I know. Like, don't take it as hate. It's just factual from what I tell. Turkish Airlines hustles them. So all the flying he's doing, he's getting for free.
Okay.
Yeah? Nothing wrong with that, you know. But remember, when you're putting out a certain thing, for a man to achieve certain things as a man of colour, sometimes you got to hustle through. So I'm not even watching that.
Yeah.
Then when I heard he was in the army, remember, you know, like from
army?
you fight for the Queen, you know?
British.
Oh,
From you fight for the Queen, and then now you're this Pan-African black man.
Yeah,
like,
it scares me.
You've been
to me,
planted.
I'm looking at you like, okay, well, that's a big change.
Yeah.
You understand?
Been planted.
Tells me a lot about your psyche.
But it's not
not to say you can't change.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that.
I just have a feeling
But
that
it's like,
had it been a genuine change, you wouldn't be in
My
the
thing is this,
spotlight.
and let me just put this on the record real quick.
Yeah.
if I look back in your record and you or a direct family member has had any ranking in certain establishments, unfortunately, even though I fuck with you, you can't be you can't be a spokesman for at a certain level. It's like saying you could be as pro-black as you want. As if you got a white wife, then you're just a you're pro-black in the corner, innit? We sit in the back seat, innit? Let them man they run their thing. You've got a white wife, do you know what I mean? Black kids, you know what I mean?
All right,
right? So like, if you want to be against the system,
come from.
I don't want to see the military background thing. Not someone that's ever held a gun for the Queen.
For the Queen.
Can now tell me
in
you can't be the
Queen. You'll never get me to go to the army.
You
come on,
right. So you can't be the face of this thing. You had to change your heart, and I respect it.
And it's not fair because there's genuine man out here that has never done that and will never reach to your.
I got one more for you. I got a few, but I got one.
What do you think about that quickly before we move on? Do you agree with that? If you've been in the military, you're kind of a write-off in terms of being at the front of freedom fighting, or what do you think?
I feel that you're useful for the community because you know how to fight and you know how to run a military. You get me?
Yeah.
So you know how to.
But I mean, being at the forefront.
It's like saying Idi Amin was a problem because he was a militant. You know what I mean? But then he used that to throw the people out of Uganda.
I got a wicked book, yeah,
you know
where it shows you.
You can't trust none of them, man.
See Afghanistan and all that, or Iraq. Like gangs in America, you know, and Russia, they send their soldiers to the war to get them military trained.
Yeah.
So it's a wicked book, you know. It tells you how enough Mexicans and that they all went to the war. So obviously
to
you
the
might
military
die,
to
but
learn.
when you come back, your team's stronger now.
Yeah.
Because you've learned all the tactics, right?
Yeah, but that's different though, because enough of these men aren't using the tactics that they've learned on behalf of the Queen's army to revolutionise and bring a change for the black community.
Once you become you become a part of the military, you're that for life.
Yeah, and on their side for life.
And I actually believe that once you've been part of the military, even your kids are signed in. Yeah,
that's deep.
Like, so if you got high ranking Masonic family or higher ranking military family, I have to
automatically.
I just have to automatically
write the whole.
Not like just we have to consider that.
Yeah.
So I know enough of my brethren. Their granddad was a mason. They're cool.
Okay.
Very rare.
Yeah.
If you blow up in anything, or if you become major in anything,
this is the reason.
I look at the tapestry. I look at the big picture. This is one of my superpowers. I look at this. So it may be insignificant to you, but to me, who's watching the pattern, I'm seeing that now. Even if you don't know it, you've been placed in this position.
This is it.
Because there's a reason why all of these people. There's another thing going on. I'm telling you, the military. What's the other thing I mentioned? Masonry.
Yes.
And Jehovah's Witnesses. Telling you.
All right, there's one other thing I want to say, yeah?
You know, these avenues here.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
There's one other thing I just want to finish on this, yeah?
I know that was connected to the masonry as well, the man there. But go on, sorry,
So my
brother.
next part was after that now. Remember, I'm in Jamaica, innit?
Yeah.
My man comes Jamaica, innit?
Who's Shaka, yeah?
Yeah, and he's out there, he's running through the system, yeah? And I'm watching it, and obviously, Akala, I done Dynamite. I see Akala come through from you, before he was Akala, yeah? And I'm seeing them linking, and I'm watching it all, and I'm saying, I'm just fascinated by humans. I like to watch humans, innit?
Yeah.
And I'm fascinated.
People watch.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm just fascinated by, you went from that to that to that to that. And I'm a man, I'm confident in my own opinion. It's not like I'm I'm jumping on the net now, but it's not like I would jump on the net or call everyone, rah, rah, rah. I'm just sitting there saying, blood clot, you know, this is funny, you know.
You're a net man now.
Look how, of course. Yeah, Look how I've seen this man go from there. And remember, when I hear about the Notting Hill thing, leave the yard after 3 months, my tight brethren, who I had businesses with, turns around and says, right, this madness has happened to his wife to be. I'm looking at it all and I'm saying, so we get to the next thing now. I know a man that knows his mum. And one of his talk is this.
It's getting closer and closer,
what's the talk? The talk is, when my friend got shot in his face with a shotgun right next to me. He had some talk like that earlier. And what's the mum now?
Huh?
That never happened. The mum's like, your brethren got shot. He weren't there. You know, like he weren't there.
I've heard. He said that he cradled the brother.
Yeah, and all of that. Yeah. And so I'm saying, when I heard that, and I heard it from the mum, not me personally, but my friend, Grove, whatever.
Yeah.
I said, nah. In my mind, like I said, Dr. Umar, I'm not hating on you. Do your thing. I know you're doing good things. But hear what, you can't get my vote right now, yeah? And then the other thing that happened, the last one, maybe a couple of years ago, he posted like, my grandma, historical and all that, like my grandma in the 20s or something, or my great grandma. And bare people come in the comments and said, that's blah, blah, blah. Like it was a fake picture, bro. That's blah, blah, blah from this Idi Amin or whatever. I don't care. I'm making it up. But I'm saying to you, then I was like, yeah,
It's the
dead.
fakery. Like, why?
And let's put it back to what you said earlier.
I mean, big up Chaka Bars.
No,
Like,
big
Gal
up
was telling
Chaka
me,
Bars.
like, you know, he made up his thing was from veganism, innit? Like,
Yes,
veganism.
yes.
The Gal was
And
telling
fitness,
me,
and
Gal was
fitness.
telling me, you know how many times I've seen this guy eat chicken?
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like, them little things there just make
Final
you
thing,
think.
here's the final thing. Come back from
No,
Melbourne.
but we all love a wing though, eh? Let's be real.
You know
You love a little
Labrador,
wing.
yeah? I mean, not Labrador, Bayswater. You know they got the Planet Organic.
Yeah.
That's my local, innit?
Yeah.
Opposite Nando's.
Yeah.
So I'm in there, and I'm like, energy, man. I just feel a vibe. When I look to my right, it's him, innit?
Yeah.
But the way he look at me, it's almost like a guy looking, you know, like, say, what, you don't know who I am? Like, I'm meant to go, raw. And I looked at him, I just cut my eye like, blood clot, who are you? Yeah, because I could see he was looking at me to say,
Yeah, like you
know?
wanted a big up or something.
yo, I kept it moving. And for me, you see that energy there? I just laughed to myself. And let me tell you something, please, viewers. I'm not a hater, you know. The internet is ready for realness, innit? And I'll just tell you what it is. You just said I'm a hater. You're funny. But what I'm trying to say is, I smell the fakery, man.
Yeah,
And
I get that.
and
Yeah,
he's
lack-
still doing things.
this-
I'm
yeah.
not gonna draw down
And-
his thing.
And
He's still
people
doing
can
things.
do things. And, you know.
It's hard to be authentic every day. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's very hard to be authentic every day. And these people act like they're authentic every day.
You safeguard yourself from any disappointments if you refuse to pedestalize people.
Yes.
You safeguard yourself, and then you just expect people to do
Exactly.
to say they're vegan and eat meat,
And
say
eat
they're
meat.
natural, take steroids.
This is it.
Say they're pro-black, have a white team.
Oh my
I
god.
got this saying,
Yeah,
I say, no, I say, I always say to artists,
Oh
yeah?
my
bruv.
days.
It's normal human.
Do you-
The priest. You expect to see the priest sliding out
Sliding out, right.
the brothel.
Right.
We
Do you
know
get what I'm
these.
trying to
Because he's
say?
Does that
human.
mean that the book that he was reading from is incorrect?
No.
No.
Or even what he said in his
Yeah, you got,
sermon?
yeah.
And,
So
this
that's
is,
why I say,
and I
big up
guess that
Chaka
I guess
Bars.
what
We
you
hate
yeah,
you.
I guess what
yeah.
you're
But this is
saying
what I know of you.
is it's about the message, not the messenger.
Yeah.
And I get that we have to start detaching the message from the messenger. However, that
Facts.
is very difficult.
In certain circumstances,
In certain circumstances,
nearly
impossible. And the
because
reason
the messenger
why
and the messenger
kind of come hand in hand,
Like,
and,
it-
and
it
that's what I was
can-
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah,
When
yeah.
it comes to the black community,
Yeah.
that's what happens a lot of the time because the message comes hand in hand with what the melanin. Do you understand? And what we're trying to do as a people. So sometimes because you know the knowledge, even though you know you ain't doing right, you might just have to be the messenger.
Yes.
And you might have to get fire.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
bro,
When you're in that position, you're going to get shots at you.
naturally
Like,
anyway.
for instance,
But the issue is
I can
no
sit
one
and tell my youths why they shouldn't smoke.
because
While
why?
building up.
Why? But
Right?
not,
Am I wrong?
yeah, because
Right?
why you
the
know,
crackhead to tell you
not to do
why
crack.
not to take crack while he's piping.
Yeah.
Why you
Real
should
talk,
never do
real
it.
talk, real talk.
Right?
I get it, but it's just it. It's just no, but this is the problem though. We need to start instead of talking, actively showing and doing the things that we say because this is the problem,
Let me ask
right?
you a question.
We have
hold
to
on,
please
hold
our own
on.
communities.
Hold on, nah, not
that's
just
hard
that.
to do.
I'm talking about the youngers now,
Yeah.
because children don't learn via what you say, and I know we should. But that's not the reality. They learn by what they
show them.
see.
And I do think Chaka Bars has inspired a whole generation. And I think
but
someone's going to come
it
out
can
of
go.
that.
It can go one or two ways.
Yeah.
It can go one or two ways.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So my child may see me smoking, and it could go one or two ways. Okay. Even though mum told me not to smoke, but I seen her smoke.
Yeah.
I'll smoke anyway. I'll do my thing.
Yeah, I get it.
Or it could go, I see mum smoke. I seen her struggle. She breathes hard when she's going upstairs. Don't want that for myself. Don't want that for my future. So I'm allowed that. It can go one or two ways.
One or two ways. I think majority of the time, children of smokers don't smoke.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
I think that's I'm seeing a small I've not
Not
got a
very
massive
big, yeah.
case study, but from what I've seen, I'm starting to
Yeah.
notice that when their parents smoke, they're not into that.
Yeah.
Can
They're
I
not
say
fascinated
something?
by
Can I
it.
say
Like
Yeah.
that.
I've smoked
Do you know
all
what I
my
mean?
life, herbs, herbs
Yeah.
alone. My mum's never seen me smoke, or my dad.
Neither has my mum.
kids have never seen me smoke, but my son
Yeah.
has, and my son's 34.
Okay.
So what I'm saying to you is, as you see this thing about living authentic every day,
Yeah.
like I'm telling you, I could want a spliff, but if my daughters are around or were around,
Yeah.
I'm not smoking.
Right.
And if
It's the
she
same.
wakes up, I'm dashing in the bush.
Right, but it's the same.
not gonna let
I
her see
would
me.
never smoke in front of my mum, and me thinking about my child being around fumes like that. I wouldn't want that for my youth. Because why? I wasn't growing up.
One time I see my
You
in
weren't
that
raised on
way.
that,
One time I see my
I wasn't
daughter
raised
now,
in
she
that
got a
way.
pen in her, doing that in her
Yeah,
hand.
yeah,
And I look at her.
Them things that vex
But I
you,
ain't seen
innit?
her. I ain't seen her for years, like a
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
I come back from COVID. I said, where you learned that? And she look at me, she said, yeah, man. When mummy thinks I go to bed, I sit on the top of the stairs and I just watch her. She's out in the garden smoking. And I said, blood, I can't see you.
So even when you're trying to hide them, no one.
She was telling me like, yeah, bring me because we're separated.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm entertaining it because
Yeah.
I don't talk with other mum.
yeah.
And I thought to myself, boy, you know what it taught me? One thing I've learned, as men, we foolishly think we can protect our children.
Yes.
You can't. You can only educate them.
Yeah.
They're going to get exposed to things.
Naturally.
That's just how it is.
Facts.
But we spend so much time thinking we can protect them. And it's you can, you know, in the instance. But really, when they're not around you, you can't protect them. It's the education you give them that helps them protect themselves.
High Priest.
Oh, go on.
You've been quiet.
No, he's good. He's in a meta. He's in a metaverse
Meta
right now.
science.
Just
verse.
downloading something. He's ready. He'll be ready in a
What are
minute.
you saying? What you got for us?
What are you thinking? Because I wanted to just spin and re-speak about something. You said that you managed. Who did you say you managed just now? You said you mentioned someone. Bashi.
I managed Bashi, I managed KEB, I've managed J2K, I've managed Dynamite,
Fucking hell.
I've
That's
managed
a roster, man.
Nole.
So that's a I didn't know you managed fucking Natalie.
Yeah, but
You-
no,
you-
only one of many.
You
but for a while,
managed.
you know.
You managed Nole as well.
Yeah. I think she's one of the best female rappers that ever come out of the UK. Like for
Yeah.
me,
She is.
I
See
really
what I mean?
rated her.
Yeah.
But by the time I managed her, listen, she'd done a lot already.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And it was only for probably a 2.5 year period. Maybe, if that, she might correct me on that.
When are you going to Jamaica again?
Boy, as soon as I can.
I want to go with you.
Yeah, man, come true, man.
Yeah.
Because you got
Yeah.
the links, and
Yeah,
I
he
feel
made,
like
yeah.
I feel like you could. Like,
I want everyone to
there's-
come
I
to
feel
big
like
up
Going
Cold
if
without
me-
me, I'm
If me and you was to link up, I'd
Yeah,
make
man,
you a
we're
lot
peer
of
job,
money and
peer
you'd
job,
make me a
peer
lot
job,
of money.
peer job,
Big
peer
man
job.
thing.
Peer job.
But that's for a different conversation.
yeah.
Oh, you're an
Off
artist,
camera.
right?
You just
Yeah,
singing his
big
ear.
boy
I
artist.
got a
Just
studio
singing
there,
his
man.
ear.
so
I'm a
come
big
voice,
boy artist.
big.
Tell
I
them,
forgot that. I
Jed.
forgot that.
Mahusive.
Mahusive. Yeah.
But yeah,
And
I've worked
then
with all of
And
them.
High Priest. I want to hear
Back to High
I want to hear
Priest. No,
What?
I said it.
What?
High Priest's stuff is a bit too hype for me.
Whoa,
Why?
hold
What did she
on.
say? What did she say?
I didn't even get to say.
I already
That's
knew where you
rude.
was going. I'm
That's
just saying.
rude. That's
I'm telling the
rude.
truth, babes.
What?
You get
You
me
see
like.
that how you telling the truth about black bitches?
oh,
yeah, I'm gonna tell you the
she's
truth
on
when
one.
it comes
I
to
don't
like
understand.
On
your
one
music.
still.
No, I'm just being
I
honest.
mean, I'm just being humble.
She said she's a big
You know what I
artist.
mean?
Yeah. I said,
No.
no, you could High Priest. And she said, no. I didn't even say
Yeah,
the words.
but because I already know High Priest's content.
He does music.
He does
He's a
music.
rapper.
Yeah, I've heard him. It's
And-
just not my type of wavelength.
Do you know I read a
Why
comment yesterday?
though?
You know I can't read a comment yesterday before she answers
too
you.
hype for me.
What do you mean?
Do you know
it's a
it's
bit
so many
too hype?
people are indirect
We've
and
got
all of
two
that.
different
When you say something direct,
Yeah,
it comes
it's-
across aggressive. But the reality is you're just saying how you feel.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to say that before you say what you say.
Oh, big up.
Disclaimer. There's
Thanks,
disclaimer.
Thanks
Tell
for
you I'm gonna get
yeah,
knocked down.
thanks for
No,
my
yeah,
disclaimer.
yeah.
I've always
He
been a
gave me a
talker,
disclaimer.
and it's got me in a lot of trouble over the years, but it's made me
There's
who I
no
am.
big
And
up
now
yourself
I think the internet is
for
ready
my
for direct
disclaimer,
talk.
but yeah,
me?
no, seriously, what I'm and this is no this is
Big up Bashi.
if you felt
This
like
spliff is burning a
if you-
hole in my
I
eyes.
know
man.
that you just
I keep
wanna
looking at
smoke
it. I look at the lighter, and I get the spliff, and I think, no, go on.
Well, no, okay, so I'm just saying that with your music, it's not that I wouldn't really listen to it per se myself because it's just really hyped. You know, it's a lot of.
Well, it's empowering.
I gotta check it out, man.
That's about my music.
Shall we
It's
play-
about-
shall we
That's
play a
good
tune?
because
Shall we play one tune
I
right
listen
now?
to empowering music as well.
Load something up on your phone real quick.
Yeah, man, send on the big tune, man.
Do you need to do anything to adjust your speakers? I'm gonna let him plug into the.
Let me perform it.
Fuck you know.
Well,
gonna spit in the
yeah, we're
studio,
gonna get
man. Let's
some
go, man.
performance.
Let's go.
Okay, guys, bring him to the stage.
Do you want me to put the beat on the on the Bluetooth?
On the Bluetooth?
On the speaker?
Yeah,
please.
let's go.
Please, Jai.
Okay, so
Big up
again,
Maverick on the ones and twos. I don't feel like I bigged up Maverick on the ones and twos today.
No.
Did I? I didn't, did I?
No, you
That's why it
didn't.
feels weird.
yeah,
Big up Maverick on the ones and blood clot twos, man.
Twos, you get me, and the
Yeah.
trees.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah,
Right.
I would say my thing's a bit more mellow. I'm not gonna lie, I could do some real good songwriting though. I'm gonna send you a song, Des.
Yeah, man.
So you can hear the verse and we can chop it up. Because
Yeah, man.
this might go to one of the man them. You never know, the Skilly Bang
I want
or
to hear
the.
you. I want to hear you with High Priest and Spirit Flow.
Oh wow, Spirit Flow. How was she?
We don't chat no more.
Oh, why?
She's trying to get rude in the post.
Oh, no.
Because like we're talking about speaking your mind, being blunt.
Yeah.
I said something.
And she didn't like it.
Yeah, she done some post calling out a man's name, the same baby father guy.
Oh, no.
And I just said, you need to think about this, sis.
Yeah.
She's like, shut up, man. Who you talking to? That?
Oh,
So I was like,
no.
bro, you don't have to handle me like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm in your corner. I'm just saying this ain't a good move. So yeah,
I can't lie, I've got her in the waiting room, man. On the Insta. She's in the waiting room for the
She's
last
in the
6
waiting room.
months, yeah.
Oh,
4 months,
no.
whatever.
big her up, man. That's my sister.
big her up,
still,
man.
but
Bless up, sis.
yeah, you know, like at the same time,
from afar.
the same thing that you love me for, I say to a lot of people, is the same
It's the
thing
same
you
thing
may
you
end up
hate.
hating me
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
So a lot of people come around me and they're like,
Yeah.
yo, I love the way you just speak your mind.
But
and say,
then when it's towards
when it's
them,
towards you,
yeah.
or not even towards you, but like, because I weren't going at her, I was just saying, like, sis, do you know what I mean? You're putting a man's name out on Front Street, like, at least give him a DNA test before you do that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Don't do that.
Do you know, like I said, yeah, there's so much indirects in these days that when you talk direct, people think you're aggressive.
Directness is violent.
And they were directness is the only way, bro.
Yeah.
When you really think about
you
it,
you just gotta tune yourself.
you just got to kind of maybe.
Do you know what as
Stop
well?
needing
Yeah,
the sugarcoating.
I've struggled with that, and I've seen it work against me because
People
of
hate me
the
for
struggling.
it and
But
love me for
what
it at
I'm
the same
realizing now is that it's because my issue is how it's being delivered, right? So it's not necessarily the
very
message,
important
but
aspect.
it's how it's being delivered, and depending on who you're speaking to, you've got to kind of angle it in a way. A hint of manipulation, which might be tonality, but just to get the message.
What's your filter like today?
Just to get the message through to the person,
It is what
because
it is,
sometimes,
man.
sometimes if you're one of them, you know, you might have a
But so you go back to sales, yeah, Shevs, yeah?
yeah.
This goes back to sales. You can have all the jargon you want, rare. All they
Yeah.
care about in sales is, are you a closer?
Right?
Yeah?
Can you close
Do
that
you
sale?
get the
Yeah.
result
Good point,
that
very
you
good
set
point.
out
Yeah.
for?
Very good point.
So this is where you now have to check yourself and say, okay, I can just give the truth, or I can do what helps me get further.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's incentivized to check yourself. Right?
Yeah.
You find the incentive in checking yourself because it gets you through certain doors.
might work in your
This is
favour,
what
yeah.
acclimatize. This is what
Right.
assimilation
I
is.
see what you
A slow
mean.
form of it,
Yeah.
right? Because you start seeing the bonus of it,
Yeah.
but then you are actually
For
leaving.
instance, I'll give you a perfect.
deep,
I'll
bruv,
give you a
it's deep.
perfect example. As a black woman, as a black woman,
As a
sorry.
black women, as a black women, you know.
As a black woman, well, we are
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I am them. You get what I'm trying to say?
Cool.
But as a black woman, especially back in the day, especially with the hair, right? The hair texture.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be straight, and if it wasn't, they'd get more. You know, just like you lot would have to wear a suit. If you wasn't dressed in a certain attire, you wouldn't get to certain places. And so, especially us as black people, we've had to assimilate
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
In
Assimilate,
every in every shape of the
Of
word.
course,
Do you
of course,
understand?
yeah.
We've had to
Shape
change
shift.
ourselves.
Have to learn how to
Have to learn how
That's
to
why here in
have
London,
to learn how to speak.
Yes.
You know? As the speaky smoky. You know what I'm saying?
Code switching.
You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden you're saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You just end up doing all sorts. So,
You feel me?
Like, it's the worst. Like I always say this, but it's like the worst is when I go on holiday. Since I go on holiday, I can't find my fucking original accent. It's gone, cuz.
Right.
I'm
What you're
struggling.
the British.
Bro,
the British.
Bro, I swear to God,
it's
I'm
gone.
on my own
Yeah.
trying to like speak out loud.
Speak out loud.
Thinking, where's my fucking
Why am I
accent, though?
talking like
Why
this?
am I talking like
Yeah.
why am
Why am I
I
talking like this?
Hey, blah, blah, hey.
Oh shit.
Yeah?
I know
But
exactly.
yeah.
That's social intelligence.
It is to
Right.
know how to adapt.
Yeah. And you're trying to find the shortest route between the point you're trying to make and the person that you're trying to convey it to, right? And sometimes being blunt works, and sometimes for your own. This is where you have to learn now. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for
You're
you.
doing it for yourself.
I want to get through. I want to get into this club. So I am going to
So based
put
on
these on.
right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I am not going to walk with all of these man them.
But I'm gonna
get in.
I'm gonna personalize it,
Right.
right? So based on the person that I know you are, Des. For instance, if I know that, okay, this is not who you are, but
High priest
okay,
is
you might be a bit sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. And I really want you to understand that this girl that you're seeing is a mad girl. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, because I know that if I come on the attack, or if I just be blunt with you, you're drinking my thing.
Nah, I know. I just got an idea.
Okay, add liquor juice, yeah. But but yeah, as I said, like personalizing it. If I know someone's sensitive, I might have to. Okay, you know what? Because I really want you to get this message. Let me personalize it for you. You understand?
Do you know, I always
so
say,
that
please
I know
give it
that
to me raw, man.
No, I get that. I get that. But not everyone can handle that.
No, they
I'm a
can't, they
sensitive person. It depends on what I'm talking about, though. And I've had to learn how to desensitize myself in certain areas so that I'm not always. Essentially, sensitivity
High priest,
is where
what is
you
it
feel
about
like.
your toes that do
Thank
that
you
to the
very
socks?
much. I'm so glad.
But this is the second pair of socks. What is it about your toes that do that to the socks?
It's the construction boots, isn't it?
The construction boots. Oh, when you work on the work site.
Yeah.
Violent.
See it.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, yeah? Being direct
No, I've
has
said
been, is
it.
my biggest gift, but also my biggest curse growing up.
Yeah.
And it's took me to get into the age I am now, or the last 10 years, to really understand
Balance.
what I was doing wrong. And what I'm saying to you is, I listen a lot more now. I don't always comment.
Right.
But when I comment.
Yeah.
But and I feel comfortable here. That's why I'm commenting so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but more time.
Like I process, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, you know, but if I'm gonna talk, honestly, I talk to my mum and dad. How you hear me talking.
Yeah.
Like, and if you saw me with my mum and dad sometime, or my mum, you'd think, raw, he's a bit. But the reality is, me and my mum know what we've been through and where we're at.
Yeah,
She knows I'm there for her no matter what.
Right.
I just flew back and left the whole business because my dad's on his last days. And I don't care how long it takes, I'm not leaving him. Certain people won't do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's bad on
Big
them.
up Des, man.
Yeah, cool.
Because you know what, yeah? A lot of people get ratings for looking after their youths and what being there for their
Yeah.
youths.
But not.
See,
not
being there for your parents is
yeah.
a whole next thing, you know. I have to
Yeah,
can't
man,
imagine.
And you know what? I will say also, I know not everyone, because I was chatting to my mum yesterday and saying, no, the other day, and I said, Mum, and this is one of them raw moments. I said, yo, if I was around my kids or I couldn't do this, I would advocate for a hospice, you know.
Mad,
Does
isn't
she?
it?
And she was like, got a bit,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Mum,
but you're just
you
being
can't
real.
handle it.
Yeah.
and you know what? There's no part of me that feels like I'm telling her something wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
I can see her pain when I tell her, and I can see how she processes it, and I could see if my sister or someone was there to be like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, yeah, I don't want nothing to go down, you know, and I never kept it real. And sometimes, you know, let me tell you something, man. I don't want to say it's a hard life because I love it, but it's a hard life for everyone around me.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
I'm looking at them like, sorry, but not sorry. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I want to be present. Because if you're not present, you're being indirect, man. And you see me, one life you get to live, man. And all now I can't tell me anyone. No one can't tell me what's happening after.
Is your pops a direct man like you?
You know, my dad's a very humble man. And I feel like we're talking about that lately, me and my dad and stuff. And he's in and out of consciousness or even reality at the moment.
Okay.
The other morning is crazy, you know. Crazy. He got out.
Has he reached that senile stage?
What's his actual diagnosis or what's up with?
He has pylorus cancer, which is a cancer that comes from processed foods, alcohol, drink, stuff like that.
Okay.
He had a stroke 20 years ago. Yeah, and when he had that stroke, they read him his last rites. The top brain stroke surgeon, Nigerian man, come to the hospital, walk for a hospital, and he's like, look, I'm the top guy. He's like, he's not going to last the night. So the priest come in. That was 19 years ago.
Wow.
Before that, he had epilepsy. Right? But don't get me, he's a functioning man doing his thing.
Right.
Now, about 3 years ago, he got...
See that cancer, where does it attack?
You see your stomach, the base of your stomach, like your entry to your stomach, you start to get tumours. Sorry. But you get tumours. And what happens is, when you start to eat food now and food's coming down, you start to get reflux and things like that.
Reflux.
Yeah, so right now he's on a tip like you know, like he's got a gauze in there because it can go into his lungs.
That's a serious thing, you know.
So there's like liquids only. And I come back and I'm like, liquids what? because for 4 days, the man just wouldn't drink water or nothing as I come. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, I had to keep it real with him. I said, yeah, you're trying to kill yourself.
You're trying to do it, yeah.
And it took him 24 hours to reply, really. And he was like, you know what, man? Them are going like, this is how I got to go. I remember people are coming in 3 times a day to do what they got to do with him.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't need to be there 3 times a day.
Yeah.
He mentioned that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is when I look at my family and how they were coping with it, it's so deep that when I found out, I didn't come back on purpose, you know, because I knew they had to have a bit of time dealing with him before I come in with my direct self. Yeah, like you
Kinda
suffer for a minute to realise when I come.
Yeah, this is the good way. Yeah.
And when I come, go on grey. Them days now, I think might be weeks or months. Because here, we have a shot of whiskey every night. He gets a cheeseburger, he gets oxtail, he gets what he wants. Chew, Dad. Make sure you chew.
Yeah.
You get me? Chew, Dad. You get me? And like, here what? Now I'll pick him up, put him, because the carers can't pick you up. So I'll pick him up, put him in the chair. Come, Dad, man. Watching movies with him. Like even now, he's like, when can I sit up? I said, boy, when I come back, you know. Because at the end of the day, no one can't do it.
That's
but what I'm
sad.
saying to you is, I look at it and I say to myself...
So wait, sorry, Des.
Yeah,
They
no
don't
problem.
have the equipment. Obviously, over here is a different thing to back home.
No, he's here.
He's an
He's
NHS.
here.
Yeah, he's NHS.
That's why Des has come back.
Sorry, Des. Hold
Yeah,
on.
no
And they're
problem.
saying they can't move him from the bed to the chair.
No, the carers that come and wash him and all that...
He's at home.
He's at home. There's a hospital bed in the living room.
Oh.
They won't do that.
But you can get
Their
the
rules
machine.
are they can't do that. It's all.
They're not allowed to do that.
And if you have private care that you're paying for, it's like £800
but
a week.
wait. I've worked in the care industry, so
You know the hoist. You can get a hoist, but the
That's
living
what
room's
I'm
too small.
saying.
The living room's
It's
too
too
small.
small
So like
for
he's got
the
the hospital
hoist.
bed. He's got certain things. But
But then you also have the adaptable hoist.
No, you know,
the
the
one
sheets that you can move him along.
Yeah,
Got all of that.
but you've also got the one you can move where you get them into the little thing, move it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the air for a bit, but you move it over and then you.
I know the one.
You know the one I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I know the one you're
Come
talking
on,
about. We're
man.
talking about that.
So you got
But
the
I'll be honest
crane and
with
then
you,
you got the one
where
on the
he's at the
ceiling.
moment, I'm not lying to you. I'm looking at what it is and I'm like, yeah, this is my job. So we're
Okay.
dealing with it. And you know what? Like I was chatting to him the other day and he woke up in the morning. It's like every day at the moment, it's almost like a Groundhog Day.
Okay, for
He
him.
forgets about where he's at.
Well, yeah.
So he'd be like trying to get out of it. I said,
Forgot
"Dad,
about
who
the
that
day
one?"
before,
Well, I'm going
yeah.
to the toilet.
What is it attached in his head? Is it like?
Nah, he's 82,
Yeah.
and I just
That's
think
what I was
he's at the
asking.
end of life,
Is he
and I
senile
feel
now?
like
Is he getting senile?
It's a bit of dementia.
Right.
And the way I deal with it, I don't attack it. I'm like, is it? So the other day he's like, yo, I got to clean the hog pen. Never said that to me, but I know about hog pen.
He's back in
Yard.
the years.
He was literally 10 years old, 12 years old. I said, what, for your dad? He said, yeah. I said, all right, Dad. Well, here, what, man? Where's your brother? Joe, he's got one older brother. He said, boy, he's in Castries. I know he used to live in Castries, work there. He's in Soufrière, St. Lucia, yeah, because I'm a Jeff Aiken, yeah? My dad's St. Lucian. So, and I had a half an hour conversation with him, you know, and he was my young dad. He's a boy. And it touched my heart so much.
You got to see that.
And then he come out of it. And I said, Dad, you know he's talking about the hog pen, man. And I never know he used to look after hog pen.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, man. I said, but remember, disclaimer, when I was in jail, Hollesley Bay, I dealt with the hog pen. I was on a tractor, I had my own thing. I remember I used to drive in a tractor,
And
listen
you
to
know
Ice
what?
Cube.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You know, one of my best memories of jail
Yeah.
is being in Honsley Bay, working in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Waking up like, wake up at like 5 or something.
Yeah.
Bro.
There's something therapeutic about that farm
Listen,
life,
I used to be in a tractor, yeah,
Amazing,
drive,
man.
but here, I got to drive a mile up the road. I got to suck up all the thing with the tube for the hog pen. Then I spray it on the fields, whatever field they tell me. But here, what? I got the whole day to myself.
Yeah.
Guess what? I had Ice Cube's Bad Boy album, the original one. Cop Killer and and I used to just thump it and just get my little ash spliff. Them times on tick. I'm doing my thing, just talking about road, yeah. But anyway, I knew about hog pen because of that, and that's how I entertained this conversation.
Right, look at that.
But I'm like, yo,
so
getting old.
These
is not
times,
easy,
you
man.
and him had something in common all this time.
But I didn't know.
And you didn't even know.
I didn't even know about that.
And you find out another thing that's good when they're getting to that point is music.
Yeah, man.
You know, if you know.
I listen to
some of
Roy
his
Ayers.
favourite-
Big up Roy Ayers, R.I.P. The other
get
day when I
me?
said, Dad, Roy Ayers has died. Whole day I just played Roy Ayers, man. Me and my dad just listen to Roy Ayers and my mum. Loved it.
Does he like interact with the music? Does he like
Sing
mumble
it
lyrics?
and
Does he any tapping? Does he?
Well, it's
does he
funny. I haven't
recognise
seen
it?
that. I haven't seen that yet. But what I notice is like he'll wake up and he'll say something, and what he'll be saying is like he'll be looking at a pillow and he goes, "Oh, Des, I thought that was you." You know what I mean? Or he say, "Yo, move me off the table. I said, where's the table? It's the end of the bed, you know, the headboard. I said, Dad, that's not a table, you know. But the way I do it, I let him say what he's saying, and then after a while, I'll be a bit like, yo, Dad, how old are you? And he might say the right age, you might say 5 years old. I said, no, you're 72, you're 82, Dad. Dad, when you last see Joe? Yeah, just come. So and I work it out, and I say, Dad,
where you are,
I go, Dad, I want to tell you something. Dad, you can't walk no more, you know.
Oh.
You've been in hospital, man. I've come back to help you.
You have to break it down.
Yeah, and then he'll be like, oh. And then he'll think about it. I then be like, boy, man. And I say, but Dad, guess what? You've done all your work, you know.
Yeah.
We're here for you now, innit? Like, cool, man. If you need to get up, or he'll go, Des, I gotta go piss. I said, Dad, and I'll show him one of the big nappy them. I said, Dad, you got that on, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And he go, oh. And I said, don't worry, man. The people are coming to clean you, man. Don't watch that. Just tap his hand, you know, because we might have guests around. And every time he gets it, my dad's a very humble man. But it's like Groundhog Day. He keeps
Every
forgetting.
day,
Keeps
yeah,
forgetting.
yeah.
And you know, and what I'm saying to the people out there as well, I'm like, yo, man, listen. Health is the only wealth. I don't care what money you get.
Yeah.
Because my dad's never been gym, innit? Or my mum's never been gym.
Yeah.
And all I'm seeing, like I see a 95-year-old man in Jamaica the other day.
Yeah.
And he was coming like he was 60. I couldn't believe it. I'm looking at the man and say, the man's walking.
'Cause
got
it's
his
not your
cutlass in his hand,
age.
And the man I chat to me like, so you know, and I tell me about gal.
Yeah,
And I'm looking at him. I said, how old are you? I said, 95.
So what? Like, was his teeth still in his head top?
All of that.
What?
Shit's scary, man. I met a guy. He was he 85 years old? Do you remember that brother from the gym? The old man.
Watch him.
From the spa, from the sauna.
Okay.
I think he was from like Grenada. Dark skin, but kind of looked. I don't know. He was like a dark skin old man, bruv. All dead. You know him.
Yeah,
like, bro.
Oh,
Gal is walking in. And he's got game for the gal and that, you know, like.
I think I know the one you're talking
I ain't
about.
seen him for time though. I think he might have. I think it's over now. Man was 85,
that's
but
crazy.
the youthfulness, and man was like literally an active gal is church, like in terms of. He's got bars for the gal and entertaining. He's
Right.
like, rah, rah, I like that one. If he sees a girl and she goes after, he's like saying to you, did you see that one? And, you get me?
Yeah.
He's got energy. And it's a rare thing to see that. And, you know, whatever, man. Old age is a scary thing that we all
And
lie
it's
to
because, see
ourselves
what,
and say
England,
ain't
for me,
reaching.
don't get me, the support is funny. You got both sides of it. Because my partner, who I respect fully, is a proper G in Jamaica.
Your business partner.
Yeah, but he's my boss, really. He's like my big brother,
Let
yeah?
me just say that. I just
Yeah?
put business for you.
Yeah, thank
'cause
you.
You're not with the young.
Yeah, and he...
Keep saying my partner.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
cool.
what times with him. Des.
Yeah, you can't
You're
be
funny,
saying
you're
that.
funny.
Don't clip that, Des.
So here the joke, yeah? One time he made me look at it different. He said, Des, you know how much people I see come back to Jamaica as old people, walking up these hills, living in the country? He said, Des, you think you can call the ambulance and it comes on time? You think you can call the police and they come on time? He said, that's when you're meant to go back to England, because when you call the ambulance, it comes. And it really made me look at it like people need to get out to these islands earlier.
Thank you.
And enjoy their life.
Yeah.
Because man want to
Not
retire when
just-
they're
yeah.
60, 70. And, then,
And bearing in mind, ain't no family out there to look after
but why
you.
does everyone go out there to dead? I swear
don't
down.
know.
They go out there, retire, 5 years later they're dead. Natural
Yeah, it's a
causes.
lot, man.
Like,
It's
it's
a lot.
crazy. It happens a lot. It's almost like your system stops fighting. It's like, okay then, cool. It's mad.
But they all come back for the MOT and stuff, which is really
But
cool.
listen, Des, man, your pops, you know.
Bless up,
just,
pops. Bless
you
up.
know,
Bless up.
make whatever days you can make for him, make them fun, exciting, stimulating, relaxing, just whatever pops wants.
Sunday's
That's
my
all
day,
good,
man.
man.
But
I can't lie, I'm
Saturday to
grateful.
Saturday to Saturday, or Monday to Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't even leave the yard, and I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it, man. I'm just cleaning the yard,
Yeah, spending
cooking,
time,
helping
chilling
my
out.
mum and that, and I'm enjoying it. And
One
I
thing
feel
I
fortunate that
can
I can
say
do
I'm
it.
grateful for,
Is your
yeah.
mum? What's your mum say about what's happening?
My mum's Irish, very strong
Yeah.
Irish woman.
Is she in much better physical shape than your pops?
No, my mum's
No.
never. Listen, my mum's got 9 brothers and sisters that have all died from cancer. Her mum and dad died from cancer. Her baby sister died last year. Big up Auntie Betty. Her bigger sister died 2 years ago. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, she's just like, I'm on my own. And I'm like, nah, mum, you survived.
Yeah.
You survived. You get
That's-
me?
Survivor's
but
guilt is
but
a real
that's
thing,
what
though,
it
man.
feels like, though.
Yeah.
That's what it
and
feels
I can see
like.
how much, I can see the fear, man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa. And you know,
All you can do, Des, is just consistent.
be there
just
for them,
be
man.
There,
Be
yeah.
there, man. One thing they know,
That's all.
I got them. They know that. And I'm glad for that. And you know what I keep saying? Some people get a bit negative about it, yeah? I've had an experience recently where it's quite negative through family. And I was watching them and I said, you know what? I understand how people deal with grief, innit? And it taught me to say, you know what, since I come back, I just looking at my mom and dad, I said, yo, when my dad started, I said, yo, man, let's roll out proper, man. Let's do this proper, because you're dying, innit? The directing. You're dying.
Yeah.
Where you want to die, man? What you want to do? Every morning I tell my dad, you want to say something? No. I said, talk, man. I want to know what you're thinking. Sometimes you just see him looking. He said, Des, I've got something to say. I said, all right, cool. You want some breadsticks? Yeah, man, give me some breadsticks. You want, you know what I mean? It's like, but what I'm realizing watching it all is saying, yo, man, health is wealth. So whatever you're doing in life, stay healthy, man. Because you know what, your life really ends early because you're unhealthy. It don't really end early because it's meant to. And this Western society and the food and everything, including, like, you see in Jamaica, some of the food I see in the shops, you know, is food they wouldn't even sell here.
Yeah.
It's like old school shit, yeah? And I'm like,
just like in America, though, isn't it?
Man.
The food regulations are much different.
It's mad, man.
And if they're getting for the American market, they've probably got die 40, die number 4, die number 40.
Yo, the joke when I was young was my dad was Chicken George, innit? How much he loved fried chicken. Yeah, but I'm saying to you, remember your original question was how long's he been sick and that? I'm like, 19 years ago, read him his last rights. 3 years ago, they said he's got 9 months, but I never tell no one. I never even tell him. Because I know if I tell him and I tell my mum, I know my mum's going to be worrying.
Yeah,
for
and then he's going to be dead, yeah.
And we're here 3 years later.
Look at that.
And you know, it feels like days, but it might be weeks or months. Because guess what? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows the time, you know. And I know that your thing is, you just want to be there.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? Like I say, I'm positive.
And
I hope I come across like that.
This is the right order as well. Let me just drive that home. God forbid the other way around. Parents burying youths.
Oh boy, listen, man.
Right?
Big up Gary. Bless you, Jevon. Jevon, my godson, he's an artist. You might know about him, Jevon. And he died recently, and that's one of my best friend's son, blood. And this is the hardest thing for me to see, blood.
That's cold, man.
Nah, lie. Big up Jevon, yeah.
So I'm at this age. I lost my mum early, murdered, shot to death in Nigeria, and
how old was you?
I was 13. Instantly, I started looking at everyone's mum like a fucking Fabergé egg. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Or whatever. Like, give me something more delicate than that. Yeah?
Okay.
Do you know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a golden egg sitting on the edge of a cliff with spikes at the bottom. That's how everyone's mum and dad felt looking. So from ages ago, I'd go to my brethren's yard and I get this mad feeling. Like, as in, especially if I see you got a good relationship with your parents or whatever, I just think to myself, one day they're gonna feel what I felt, right? And it's a scary thing, like, and I'm like, I don't want them. And we're now getting to the ages where a couple of my friends' mums have died. Even one of my friends whose mum looked out for me when I was on the streets, and remember she let me stay in the yard, let me smoke in his bedroom, also because I was a fucked up youth. From now, and when she passed, I'm like, yo, we're really getting to that point. Now I've got to the point where I don't necessarily worry about my mandem's parents anymore. Yeah. I worry about my mandem's kids.
It's reversed.
And my kids. Yeah. Because that's something I ain't never felt, and God forbid, you get me? I never want to feel. Yeah. But that's the next level of pain. To for your kids to pass, cuz, or for, do you know what I mean? Or even any one of my friends' kids. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's serious.
Do you know what? Do you think there's power in the fact that when you think about these things, and, you know, not you personally, but when you think about them a lot, do you feel like it kind of keeps that energy open and alive? Because I'm like, if you think about something so much, it might just happen.
All right.
I wonder.
I understand what you're saying, and I think there's a point. There's a point to that. Also, maybe I feel like I'm trying to stay grounded in the truth. Not the beautiful lie of, life. The truth is, this will end. That also is a beautiful thing when you accept it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So,
I really feel like people don't
on
face
my
up
mind.
to death.
It can be a gift, it can be a curse. Having mortality on your mind may rob your now.
Yeah.
Or it can power your now.
Yeah, it can enrich.
Make your now be even more meaningful.
Because as you said,
depends on how you flip it.
As you said, there's like take advantage of your health and your wealth now. So make sure you're healthy now, so that
one thing that I see healthy people
and then
doing,
other people could do the opposite, like,
One thing I
just
see-
do everything because life is.
right, but they're both right.
Yeah, they are.
Because I've seen a healthy man drop out.
Yes, yes.
And I seen a man that smoked 20 a day reach the 85, 89 years old.
Bro. A couple man drop out over the last 3 years.
Right?
You know, I keep on
I
hearing.
seen sportsman drop dead.
Defects that they didn't know about.
They did jab. They're jabbed.
All I ever ask
took
is
the
that.
jab.
I feel rude.
They're fucking
They take the
jabbed,
jab.
man.
That's all I
Sorry,
ask.
man. Anyone that did jabbed, man. Sudden death in men and that. And athletes dropping dead on the football pitch and all these. Yeah, you lot been
But I don't
jabbed.
know. When the day comes, which is imminent, I'm sure people always tell me, boy, it's going to hit you like a brick. But here I'm telling you, man, right now, I feel so grateful that I get to come back and just roll out with you. Because I know it can be a phone call and it's just happened.
Yeah, but I'm here with you by your side. That's a blessing.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
That's a blessing. I don't know how I deal with it. Whatever, I don't have to deal with that. Yeah, like I'm sure one day I'll just get a phone call about my pops, but he's over there, sir.
Did you have you got brothers and sisters with your mum, like from your mum?
I got a sister with my mum,
cool.
yeah. So, but like there was no relationship there.
Okay.
When my mum died, I went and stayed with my sister,
Okay.
who's 6 years older than me,
Yeah.
and then
In England.
yeah. And she was emotionally detached and abusive and neglectful and spiteful. Do you know what I mean? So she did wicked, evil things. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, you know, I wasn't your average 13-year-old or 12-year-old. I wasn't your average one. I was on police bail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the days, I would have had a tag if they existed.
Yeah.
I would have been on tag. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Yeah, I had a police
Okay.
Asbo
curfew.
kid. Asbo kid.
I wasn't allowed out I wasn't allowed on the streets after 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Had many pending cases, and one of the cases I was arrested for 66 robberies. I was
66.
Consistent.
I was definitely out there. That's what you used to say. You know, man's out there. I was definitely out there.
Oh my days.
No. See, when I feel like I've lived like 5 lives, bro.
Yeah.
But you know, I always
Get
say,
me?
yeah,
'Cause when I think about
I
the
wouldn't
different
change nothing,
chapters-
you know.
Yeah.
And hear what, man? I come from a good family. When you see all my cousins, my mom, you'll wonder how this brother end up like he is. But you know, I realize when it's in you, it's in you. And what it is, for me, if there is such thing as what you was before, I believe.
What do you mean, like
Like your
Reincarnation.
energy, your energy.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get too deep like that. I can believe in that, but I'm like, yo, the energy that's in my stomach or my soul
to be
as I've
a
got older.
rebel
I
from
said,
the beginning.
blood, there's your fucking king, you know, your God, you know. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But here, I ain't pushing that on you.
Yeah.
But hear what? I know what my energy is, and now I've
yeah.
got to this stage of life. I'm not lying to you, you know. I feel like, right, my life's just begun, blood.
Yeah.
I feel like
you got that energy though, Des.
That's
I
how I
swear
feel.
down. You got that energy.
And you know what? I'm
You
living
do have
it,
that
but at the
energy.
same time, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know.
It comes with a price though. Don't get twisted.
Yeah, of course it
I
does.
know as well.
Yeah, of course. But
See
I
that
also
thing
feel
that
humble.
comes with a fucking price. And this is why I'm looking at even your story. I'm saying, yeah, you can look at glory or potential glory. But I know what man's dealing with at the same time. And I see that in so many different people. Yeah, you might see this or you may be rare. But I understand what other things that man's... It's deep, man. It's deep what you've had to...
Like, even when you told me
Get
about
me thrown
what's happening with
into
your
the
mum,
fire.
when I found out, I was like, raw.
It's deep.
Like, raw. But you know, I always notice, see, the people that have really been through it, there's a battle, internal battle that you have to do that no one knows about.
Yeah.
And if you're true to yourself and you're authentic and you look in the mirror and you really know yourself, I'm telling you, bruv, the way you break down certain things to me, I'm like, blood clot, this man not educating me. But hear what? Because I'm humble enough in my thought, I can take the education. And he doesn't try to push it on me.
Yeah.
And we're not on the phone all the time. We're not like,
Just a discussion, bro.
but I'm saying to you, I'll be other places and the original G will be there. And I'll be like, this man, I idiot. But in my head, I'm saying it.
Yeah,
And it's your internal compass.
Yeah. You feel
Energy.
Energy's energy, and it's a whole different society. It's a whole different pecking order. Spiritual energy.
That's how I run
It's a different energy, and I basically run on that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, it is where it is. You know, so spirit, whatever, man. But what I was gonna say is this. Yeah. Thank you for rolling out.
Yeah, man.
Your
Bless, man.
Sundays are important to you because you're doing this round the clock care, in-house caring and that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I did want to touch on what's happening with you in your private life with your pops.
Yeah,
I'm glad
bless.
we got to it because I feel like it's important.
Nah, man. Do you know
know
what?
what I
I'm
mean?
glad it's on wax.
Yeah.
Because, you know, my kids might see me on this one day.
Yeah.
And the one thing that's burning me, the only thing that's
Your
burning
dad
me.
loves you, kids.
Yeah,
You get
man.
me? Your
Yeah,
dad
big
loves
up
you.
laying
Man.
up-
We all
I
love
didn't wanna
you,
say their
man.
names.
Nah,
But
don't
big
forget
up
their
Triple
names.
L, yeah?
But we love you, lot, man. Big up the
Yeah, all
L's.
the
Big up the
L's.
L's,
Big up
man.
the
Big up the
L's.
L's.
We love you. Daddy loves you. He's always
Trust
loved you.
me.
Yeah,
And
man.
things are gonna be right one day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But tomorrow's not promised at the same
No,
time.
it's not.
For anyone.
You know, fucking I
Anyone.
say that, and then the fucking jumbo jet comes and lands
Hey,
on us.
hey.
Man, all of us. you get me?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Especially
Every time I get on
Shevelle.
the
Can we
plane, I
talk
say,
about that?
Hey, listen.
Can we talk about the plane?
I just come off
bro?
a plane, and I'm telling you, it's a different experience now.
Now that
It's a-
all the planes are crashing,
It's
apparently.
a different experience now. Flying in planes.
I have a theory.
The level of vulnerability
I have a
that I'm
theory.
feeling
I
right
have a
now
theory.
is
I
scary.
have a theory.
Anything going wrong, any that noise
I have a
and
theory.
that. Wait, let me just say
I have a
this.
theory.
We was on the plane.
It's Elon.
We heard like
No.
a noise, yeah? Just no, it was a simple noise. The way that everybody spun around made me more afraid. Because that let me know that subconsciously you not seen all these 85
Yeah, of
other
course,
fucking plane crashes.
naturally.
It's on your mind.
Yeah, of course it
You know what I mean?
is.
I had some Jamaican women in front of me. The jokes we were catching on the flight, man. Big up them sisters there. Yeah? But I said certain things. Someone was sitting next to me and I said, well, we could be 86 or something. I said something dumb, but in joke, right?
Yeah.
The way these sisters turn around, don't wash them out on the plane. Don't wash them out on the plane. Don't wash them out
Oh
on the
my
plane.
God.
Rare. And then we just start catching joke. But fear is in everyone's hearts. Please, let me just
Yeah.
redirect this conversation, yeah?
Okay.
High priest.
Yeah.
You had
Why are you laughing about he's saying something? Anyway, go on.
High priest.
Yeah, well, go on.
what? Are you directing that at me?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, what? Because I laughed at the end of what he was saying before he said high priest. Sensitive.
Anyway.
Sensitive.
Wow, man.
Sensitive.
He's not happy. You're not happy with the
I can
comment.
tell
That's
he-
what
Nah,
it is.
but
That's
we're
what
back.
it is.
No, but
We're
he
back.
hasn't.
Have you
No,
looked
but he
into the
hasn't.
thing?
He hasn't been happy since I
looked in?
drawed him on the bitch word.
Has he
He
signed
hasn't
in?
been gassed.
Has he
Like
signed
he
into
hasn't
that?
been happy since.
Is it
the
still
bitch
on?
thing.
Press play then. Let's go.
I don't want
'Cause
to do it no more.
Oh, raw.
Oh.
What's going on?
He's in his feelings, bro.
It's not I'm in no feelings. It's just that my energy is not. My energy is not right now. I'm not doing it.
Can we talk about the Mobos? I
Yeah.
probably got, honestly, I probably got another hour in me, only because I got to meet someone that's quite important.
Okay.
No problem.
But listen, I'll stay if I have to.
No
feeling
problem. But first and foremost, though, high priest, brother, I'm not even gonna lie. I did my best to listen to Des, talk about his father and rare, and in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, let's get over this. High priest is about to speak.
I've been watching him in the corner and I forget. I know he's pissed.
I'm like, yo, this is a delicate time for Des. Let's support my brother. But High Priest is about to drop some business. And to get through all of this grief we shared, you know what I mean? This vulnerability.
I think he's
and
upset with me.
And not get any
Yeah,
dessert.
that's what it is.
I think,
I ate all my main course. And get me. And
All right, wait. Let's address it though.
Okay, let's
so
address it.
What is it? What have I done
I might need to
that's
sort
affected
this,
your
I swear,
energy?
What have you done?
Yeah. What is it that you didn't like?
Let's talk real.
Yeah,
Listen,
let's be honest.
Let's just talk real, man. Let's just chat real. Fuck it, we're here, innit? Let's just talk real. Because we're all big people. And High Priest, I promise you, you can express yourself in any way you feel fit. You see fit. So don't feel like you gotta like curb it because it's Shevelle or whatever. Do
you
know
have
what I mean?
to. We're all big
people.
let's not do that.
And we won't take this
I did not want you to suppress yourself.
Right.
I was just expressing that I feel a type of way when you express yourself in that way towards black women. That's all I was saying. I was just saying I had an issue with that, and I could tell that from I mentioned that I didn't like that, your whole demeanor changed because you was ready to talk as you got here. So clearly, because I said something about what you said, you didn't like it, and now you've decided to.
What's he said? He had a Lexus. What's next? He's talking to the car for some sex. It's okay. You can get it how you wanna. Give it up free or make your money on the corner. But don't get mad.
I feel like I meant to know this, but I don't know it.
Get mad when the motherfuckers call you. Get names. You know what? You hate to put the car about to get tossed up. Wonder why they call you bitch. You wonder why they call you bitch. I bet you.
Oh, okay.
What they call you, bitch.
This is a whole
Smiling, man. You're bringing it back.
This is a whole song.
Why they call
They did not do that. They did not do
bitch. I swear down. The tune is so hard.
Oh
It's one of his best
God.
tunes. It's one of his best tunes.
Who is it?
Tupac. Wonder why they call you
my
bitch.
God.
It's a banging tune. It's a banging tune, isn't it?
Oh my
Gets you in the vibe.
days.
Wonder why they call you a bitch.
No. They didn't do the bitch.
Banging. And then they got that West Coast, which is my favourite sound. I fucking love that sound. It's not even an instrument, it's a synth. But it's so banging, bro. Yeah.
Okay. When did he drop that? In the 80s? When did he drop it?
Put your fucking finger down, man. Put your finger down. You just shamed yourself. In the kissing tea. What?
I didn't know when he.
Because
you know what? You see the synth thing, yeah. That's when it came about. The 80s is when the synth was running. So when you said
I don't
synth,
know, but I'm disengaging with you in the conversation.
Anyways.
Even Jai was like,
Whoa.
Even Maverick was like, ooh.
What?
Really?
I was brought up in a Christian household.
I hear
only
you, but that was painful what you just done
Only
there.
gospel and reggae was playing.
When was that? The 80s? I was like, let's say Roger Troutman. And what era? Alright, High Priest. Brother.
Set on the big tune, man.
So yeah, can we play the tune, please? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Let's get to this,
No,
man.
but she got rude and saying that I'm not good at music.
I never
Well,
said
let's be
you
the
weren't
judge.
good.
Let's be the judge.
Prove her wrong.
No, hold on. No, there's no
What?
proving me wrong.
She didn't say you're not good.
I never said he's not good.
She never.
Sorry.
She said it's a bit too hype for her.
For me.
She did say that.
So it's the way you received it. It's the way you received it.
Hold on, can I just
The way you
say,
received it, innit?
can I just say, we've both seen each other perform. I don't know if he was there for my performance, but I saw him perform. So that's how I know. I've seen you in action, bro. I'm just saying.
Wait, what? The 100 Eyes thing?
No, not the 100 Eyes thing.
You both performed at that though, didn't you?
No.
I don't remember.
Did you not?
No,
No, you didn't.
But anyways, no, this was like towards the end of the year,
You
last
didn't
year.
perform there.
End of the year last year,
Yeah.
there was a something. I
Is
saw
that
him
him?
there.
Have you signed in though?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I saw him there. He performed. I don't know if he stayed for my performance, but I've seen him perform. So I'm just saying it wouldn't mesh. That's all I was saying.
It's one song.
Oh,
You don't know the catalogue.
Hi, mum.
You don't know the catalogue.
Oh.
Yeah, about hi, mum. You know,
It's my mama, man.
I'm big SPEAKENOMIX.
Of course. Hello, mother. Let me text her.
Yeah. You say you're a big bad Jedi. Right, boom. Anyway, are you logged in now?
Yeah, I've been logged.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's bang the tune. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry.
Oh my God, are you? Can I do mine as well, bro? Please.
No, cool, wait. In a minute. After this.
Alright, cool.
Can I do mine as well?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the High Priest, the Metal Science Final Boss, the Metal Science General, the Metal Science CEO, the Metal Science Captain, the Metal Science Commander-in-Chief, the Metal Science Champ, the El Duce, the reigning, defending, heavyweight microphone champion of the world, the Grand Hierophant, AMUN L. You done know Metal Science. Now, we're about to perform a track called Victory. And this track is legendary. This track will make sure that you achieve a victory as soon as you hear it. So now, are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah!
Let's
come
go.
alive!
Metal Science.
Yeah.
Right, man, I intro, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, High Priest AMUN L presents to you Victory. Let's go in, Metal Science. No one can stop me from greatness, and that's a guarantee. The Elohim are watching you and can see. We're going through the struggle to achieve a victory. Achieve a victory. The high priest has something to address. It's time to stand up and stop being suppressed. Remember, God loves you and you are blessed. So keep calm and melt away the stress, because we're on the road to success. Fulfill your God-given purpose. Don't be so nervous, cause no evil can hurt us. Listen to me and start to believe that mental science has been conceived. Hold my hand and start to receive. The power for you to achieve. No one can stop me from greatness, and that's a guarantee. The Elohim are watching you and can see. We're going through the struggle to achieve a victory. Achieve a victory. Being with you, girl, is a victory. Winning the war is a victory. High priest, a legend, that's a victory. Waking up today is a
victory.
Getting money is a
victory.
Doing God's work is a
victory.
Hey.
No evil can stop me from achieving a victory. A victory. No, that's it. I'm not giving you any more.
Nah, but
You know what? I can't lie, yeah. I can't lie. And listen, I think I know my stuff, innit? I was impressed with how you just turned into the artist.
Yeah.
You get me? I was impressed with
Yeah.
that. Believe me, bruv. Big up. Because the way you were sitting there vexed, I said, boy, this
Yeah,
it can't go right. It can't go right.
Yeah, and you know back to Vex. Yeah.
Science.
I was feeling the hurt.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been fasting. You get me? It's not easy. You know what I mean? Disagreeable energy trying to put you.
No, I ain't agreeing with that.
I'm the disagreeable.
Because of your comments, let me say something. Can I say
So I'm
something?
not allowed to say nothing then.
Let me say something.
I'm the disagreeable
Because of the sisters' strong views and her normal views, and because of your comments at the beginning of this podcast, I believe you just don't like to get the check, and she get a little check, and I respect that because everybody have to speak how they speak. But you delivered, bruv. You done your thing. You done your thing,
bro. And that beat was sweet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
it was. And
regardless,
I felt them.
Regardless of the disagreeable energies. Yeah.
It's okay to disagree, people.
These little Liliths out here. That's not. Don't watch my finger. Yeah, just. Yeah, no.
Yo! The real podcast thing, you know. People want the real thing right now.
No,
they want the fake thing, you know.
Listen.
Are you not kidding me, man?
Don't be vexed, brother. Just don't be vexed, man.
Don't be
She not
upset.
underrate you, man. She's just speaking her mind, man. She not underrate you, man.
This whole time you've been
can't be
upset
underrated.
with me.
You can't be underrated.
I'm so okay. Seriously, that was not my intention to upset you. Okay,
Yeah, man.
it wasn't. It genuinely wasn't. And so,
And you backed it up in the end, didn't it? So it's all good.
I'll hold that.
As much as it was direct, it was a little bit like strong. So
Okay.
he weren't like, it was like, yo, what is it? Is it your opinion or is it attached with
Listen.
within a problem as well?
Okay.
Like, do you
No,
have
but
an
hear
issue?
what. If you
let's talk about
Is it
it.
things
I
that
like
you
it.
don't
Yeah.
If you compare it to how you started with your views on women, British women and that,
Yeah, you just.
I think it's light.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a light comeback. There's some women that will sit there and come at you hard for that.
Yeah,
blood.
because you said women ain't got British black.
But I never directed it.
No, of course you never.
Yeah.
But they will
No, I
defend.
mean-
And she's a Jamaican. And she's Jamaican, so she's
Yeah,
not
like
even.
listen, bro.
I won't get involved.
Yeah.
No,
Wait.
No, talk to him.
No, obviously, my issue, again, do you notice I never spoke about what he said because I don't deal with women.
When I do this, I disappear.
So I don't know what black, other than myself, other than myself, I don't know what other black women are out there doing with their tuntun, whether or not they can squeeze or can't. I never spoke on that, right? My only issue was the girl, queen, and bitch. I didn't understand.
Listen, it's validated. But at the same time,
I spoke out
validated.
and I said what I said. And then I think the other thing was obviously the music thing. When
Yeah.
Jed said he can see me doing a track with him, and I said no. I did say it quite strongly.
Yeah, that's what.
It was
that's
very,
what I'm focusing on.
Oh, that's what you're focusing on.
Yeah, that
I
was it.
said that quite strongly, but that's how I feel, bro. You know what? I've come to understand that not everyone's gonna like what I do, and I'm not gonna like what everyone else does. I'm not saying that
So you're saying you don't like what he does?
oh, you're funny.
Whoa.
No, I'm not asking. No, what's the relevance of that statement?
Whoa,
then?
you're right.
no,
you're
no.
right. You pulled me.
Well,
You
yeah,
pulled me.
I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of
'Cause you said it
what
was
you
hyped,
do. Yeah. I'm
That's
not a fan
fine.
of what you do. But again, I'm not taking away from the message that you're presenting.
What about that last track that you just done?
Yeah, that was
the
nice.
victory.
I think that was nice.
I think it was too.
You won. You won then. You
Yeah.
said, all right, cool. I'm going to drop some bars. And now you've changed your mind and said, you know what, this is actually nice.
That one was nice, yeah.
He's won. He's proved himself.
No problem. Again, I have no issue.
Spud me, man. Spud me.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
up.
brother, respect. Yo, brother.
Don't do that. Des,
What do you
don't
mean?
that.
What?
Yeah. I want to be in her
What are you getting spudded for?
because I was real.
For being proved wrong.
I'm
for
spreading
being
him
real.
for doing his thing.
No,
But do you know what? I'm being
She needs it. 'cause right now she
I'm
wants
being
it.
real.
Charity spud. He's spud you for that.
No. I'm being real though, because I could have kept on that same. I don't like his music and said, that wasn't nice, or said something. Another thing that's bad mine. However, not saying that what I said before.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of people saying their piece.
You said what you thought.
I'm being allowed to say
He
their
felt
piece.
away.
Yeah.
He decided, Bubba
He's
Bob.
gonna prove me wrong.
He done
Cool.
his thing, and you actually, with in good nature, said, you know what, I like this
was
one. This one's
nice,
alright. It's
yeah.
nice. Did you say you like it?
I said it was nice.
And you know what? With the lyrical content of what you're saying and the message, for me, is like, can I segue to the mobiles, please?
Wait. Wait, I just want, you know what, we're next. Mobile's up next.
Yeah, Mobile's
But
up
I got
next.
an
saying
issue. No, wait, though. I got an issue, though.
With what you're saying?
Nah.
With what?
Maverick knows. He's looking away because he knows where it's going.
What's the issue?
If something's nice,
Yeah.
does that mean you like it?
What do you mean? Break that down to me, because I know you're deep. Go on.
If something's nice, does that mean you like it?
Let it go, man.
What does like it mean? Like
Right, because I asked if you liked. So I asked somebody, just using you for example, if you liked something, and you said it was nice.
All
but
right.
then I said, did you like something? And you looked at me and said it was nice.
nice.
Okay,
So,
okay. Maybe I did that
If
subconsciously.
something, no, not you.
Okay.
Somebody did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ewa. They're playing tennis now.
Okay.
I know what's going on, There's energy tennis there, yeah? And I'm cool, man.
About
That's
to
what
get
happens.
tantric.
That's what
So,
happens. He's like saying, nah, man, I'm not feeling what you did. And she's saying, yeah, but I still back it back to you, And that's cool, because that's what humans do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're dissing each other.
No, I don't think this.
I don't think that at
So
all.
do you like it? Did you like the song?
I love the content of it.
I
I
still
love the
didn't
content
like
of it.
the song.
What he's saying, I love the content.
I still didn't like the song. I just thought it was nice.
Okay.
I don't get that.
No, but Ewa, she's a little hater on the lot.
Hater! Thank you!
Exactly.
Hater!
Guys,
But you know what? Do you know
I'm not a
what it is? I love the
Yeah,
fact that you're
Shevz
doing
is
it because
never.
you're just being
I'm
yourself.
not a hater.
Shevz is
Do you know what?
You
Yeah,
can't.
I've been doing music a long time
Yeah,
myself.
and you got taste.
So what, you gonna bust a song
You
now?
got
you gonna bust a song?
the
Oh, you don't want me to
You
do
don't
that.
wanna-
Des.
Bust a song.
It's easy for her, man. I want to smoke my spliff.
Bust a song.
It's easy. It's
Bust a
easy.
song.
Come on then.
Let the people decide.
We're here now.
Oh,
Fuck it, man.
okay.
Do you want to log
wait.
into the... Do you want to log
Yeah.
into the...
Comments,
the
innit?
good
The comments.
Shut
The comments,
up.
where's that?
No, I mean, do you want to log into the...
Yeah, let me see what I've got in here.
I love this.
What? Okay.
I love
Right,
this.
this is getting down.
This is going
Okay.
down.
Log out.
Yeah, I've done that.
Log out. Okay. It's called Party Box, yeah?
Party box.
Yo, it's
Hey,
about the
this is
comments,
fun.
You know it's about the comments.
This is a good poll.
This is good, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's about the comments, man.
Let the
Interaction.
people decide who's better,
Yes.
me or
Oh.
No, it's not about better.
Oh, whoa.
I love competition.
No, don't do that. Don't do
I love
that.
competition.
Don't get me, brother.
I don't think that. I
Brother.
think what are you feeling?
Brother.
Yes.
Brother.
Go.
Please. Don't, bro. Just,
What
no.
you saying, Dave?
No, just don't do that. She's even more gas for that. Don't do that.
What are you saying?
This
Goldie?
is- This is
Neo.
Chevelle.
What are
Will
you
you
saying,
say
Goldie?
name?
The
I'm
competitive
saying,
thing.
yeah, don't do the competition thing with Shevelle, because
Okay,
That's-
because you know her and you're thinking.
it's just
okay,
don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that,
What's
innit?
it called? Sorry.
Party Box.
Mine was not coming up as Party Box. Oh, let me scan.
Yeah, don't do that. Because I rate your thing, but this is Chevelle, cuz.
It's not coming
You
up.
know when them artists use their first and second name? This is Shevelle Anderson.
Anderson,
When you put your whole name behind something, you can't be dead.
I see Smart Solar.
No, don't name out everyone's thing. Did you press the thing?
It's not
Party
come
Box.
Up. It's not come up.
It will do, man.
And don't look at all my Bluetooth things and things. How many?
How much man yard you been at? How much cars you been in?
Yeah.
Yo, I seen
All the Bluetooth.
Blood clot. It was like that.
It's the car you want to check.
The car ones. Oh, the car ones.
That's what
yeah,
you
I
want to
don't
check.
have a lot of
Who's
car
been in your
ones.
car, bro?
Oh man, that's soul destroying. Sometimes when you see a woman's Bluetooth.
It's not coming up.
Really? That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
telling you.
Because it's an old ass phone.
He's gonna bill it. He's gonna bill it, guys.
Yeah. Could you stress them out?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is why they say woman is stressed. You know, I'm so sorry. I think, and you know what's crazy?
That's why it goes back to what we said in the beginning.
But I didn't even no. But I didn't even know. But this is the problem with black men, because you lot aren't telling us what was stressing you out. Yeah? No, because I didn't know he was stressed out by me making that one comment that whole time.
It was written all over his face.
I had no clue.
It was written all over your face.
All you had to do is pay a bit of attention, mate. I'll be real.
You don't have to say a word. I was sitting there thinking, right.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not. Do you just want to go to YouTube? Or you got some secret files in your thing, innit?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, let's see.
I don't know.
Oh, party box. Hey,
Oh, you got it.
Found it.
Come up.
Thank you.
Ah, man.
What am I gonna do now, guys?
Right, this is impromptu, man.
Why?
15. How long have we shot? 3. What we gonna do? Drag it over?
What do you mean drag it over?
After we need to be able to do it. I need to.
That's all on there, yeah.
We need to shoot it. We got that on there. 15 on this, or 15.
25. No, it's all together.
What am I gonna do? Because where am I and why am I not here yet?
I thought
Hold
that's
on.
only one episode, bro. That's what we gonna do. We'll take a break and then we'll try and figure something out. We
We can take a break.
Yeah.
After this,
man.
you can do a poll and then.
Cool. I don't do polls though. But go.
Polls will be great, man. Hold on.
Mobos.
Yeah, we're gonna give it
I got a lot to say about the mobos.
Do you realise I never said anything about?
No, we're not
murder?
pausing right now.
Not ending. But I only got 15 left.
Hold on, guys. I need to find a song.
She's just gonna do a song. We
What's
wrap
15
this.
left? What's
But we need to.
Of what? Okay.
We're gonna have to find a solution, Jai, because we have to do another little bit.
Your arm's 24 inches.
What's that mean? Of space on your hard drive or something? Okay, I got you.
Let's see if I can find it.
Mate,
I'm interested in how it works, you know? Because I've got all of that, but I don't know how it works, you know what I mean?
Oh, cool. Fine.
yeah. So I mean,
So this is what you've upgraded since I last see you on your setup, right?
I probably will. Boom. Let's go. High priest, come sit down for a minute. We want to see your face. Wait. Pause it.
I'll be telling the people them every day. I just might be grown if I'ma pay. Fair enough, I'ma do just what I came to finish. Trying to smoke all the problems away. I'll be on my new ish, making ways to populate the way. Everything I do is for the love. I need this. Forget the pound signs. It just might be
Coolish.
It just might be coolish, new-ish. Making ways to populate the way.
Music.
Everything I do is for the love. I need this. Forget the pound signs. It just might be coolish. It just might be coolish. Walking into new places every day. Bottles on top of bottles, I'm okay. I don't drink high enough for my own energy. It's stupid living the life that I have made.
Hey.
Sand in the toes on a beach. Sunglasses and shades all up on my face, cause it's
my shit.
Block all of the stupidity away. That's my ish. That's my ish. I'll be on my new ish, making ways to populate the way of music. Everything I do is for the love. I need this. Forget the pound signs. It just might be coolish. It just might be coolish. New ish, making ways to populate the way of music. Everything I do is for the love. I need this. Forget the pound signs. It just might be coolish. It just might be. It just might be coolish, it's soonish, I do this. Every time I put my mind to something, I achieve it. It's been a long time since I dropped something foolish. I'm sorry to the people that's been waiting, but you like this is a representation of more. In the purest, getting most of the darkness. I like that shine. Cruise ship, always rocky, but it's soothing. Like a smooth skin pressed against yours, that's spooning. Fully nudish, make you wonder why you got him. everyone in the comments. Yeah.
Let us know.
Stop your fucking, Shevelle. Stop your fucking.
No.
Can I say my piece?
No. The North London's coming out of me, yeah? Come on, trying to test my flex, bro. Yeah, all because I said 1-2 comment, cuz. Yeah, am I not allowed to say 1-2 thing? Now you wanna come, let's see who's the best. Dog, I'm the best, bro. And that will forever be. That will forever be what it is when it comes to me and you, dog. Anyways, meta science.
What month are you born? When you born?
May. I'm a Taurus.
It's got a problem, innit? Yeah, what's your fucking problem? I told everyone to allow it, though.
Allow me,
But
dog.
when it comes to the versus thing,
It's a mod thing.
yeah, Shevelle only
You're
got
meant to
one
rep your
switch.
thing. But you know what?
No.
I think you both did your stuff.
Oh, thank
Banging
you.
tune.
I
It'd
think.
be a banging tune.
I'm like,
If you
right.
lot
And you know what
merged
I thought? I said, right, they could do a tune together. That's the
This is how it started.
That's what I thought.
This is how it
Oh,
started.
funny
But
shit,
someone
funny
wanted to say
shit.
no before I even finish the sentence. I'm just saying.
Do you know what I think?
It's
I
love.
just think
It's
you're
love.
both very competitive and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I can't lie. You can't.
Who do you think won
do
that?
dog.
Out of you and her.
Out of the thing. I mean, look,
Come on,
honestly, it's down to the comments.
It's down to you guys. Let us know.
I can't say. It's just, it would be biased, you know.
He would be biased because
Yeah,
he think that he won, and we all know the truth deep down inside.
The people them know.
But let the people vote.
Yeah.
Let the people.
If they want knowledge and healing energy, then they know who to vote for.
But I think lyrically you're both saying that in different ways.
Because I'll be on my new ish and he be on the
Ewa, Ghetto
mental
Idol.
science.
Ghetto Idol.
What was
I just
that?
thought of
What
that.
was the song?
We're the Ghetto Idol. I'm not Desmond Cowell.
I'm
just trying to disappear. I feel like if I stand still long enough, I'm just gonna.
Not you.
It's gonna go invisible.
No.
I'm not here, nigga.
I'm glad that happened though. I'm glad that happened. I'm glad it happened.
You sounded like Uncle Rockers. I'm not here.
I'm not here, nigga. Alright.
I am the tree and the
my
tree
God.
is me.
Yeah, we are one.
But yeah, you know
Namaste.
what? Big up for this episode.
Yeah.
We're logging off now.
Yeah,
and
we're
you'll see us
logging
in the
off, man.
next. In the
Big
next
up, man.
episode.
Listen, thank you. High Priest, Shevelle, Big Man Des. Let us know where to find you lot. Please, everyone give a social media where people can contact you, chat, whatever. Listen, I'm trying to find a fix for this because I want to talk about the mobiles. I can't lie.
Now,
Yeah,
I'll
we're
come back
going
this
to.
week if you want, man. I ain't got no problem.
Yeah, well, I got to find a fix. We'll see what we can do anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the mobiles then
Real
before
quick,
we go.
how long have we got? He's saying we got like 5 minutes.
that's long.
We can't chat
Can't
about
do
mobiles
that.
in 5 minutes. That's sad. So, cool.
What's that for? Where's your hard drive? I got
Where-
a terabyte on here on this phone, you know. Oh no, I ain't.
We'll sort this out and we'll try and sort this out in a second, right?
Okay.
But where do we find you?
Instagram high_priest_720 metalscienceministries.co.uk. You're done now.
Come on.
The real _Shevs on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah.
Des.GGI Global.
Did you have to read it? Just read it.
Instagram. I was going to try and
Des-
type his thing in.
I
but
tried to
it's too
style
long.
him.
His thing is
Des
too long.
dot-
His thing- I was going to type his thing in, but it was so
Oh,
long.
yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot after.
High
Was it
_priest _
Des.GGI Global.
Des.GGI Global. Big up Big Man Des. You know, we gassed to have our brother back. You know
Gassed
what I
to
mean?
be here, man. I'm gassed to be
From the
here, man. Have
beginning,
fun. I'm
you know,
having fun.
we're gassed to have High Priest back. You know what? All 4 of you lot, all 3 of you lot, are actually like, you like my go-to guests. Like, I really enjoy you lot. You lot, we're family. Hopefully, we're building things separately. High Priest, you're very much respected and appreciated for what you bring. Different dimensions, your madness, your jokes, your seriousness, the information, music, all of that. You're just your character. I want you to know that you got a home over here, innit?
Yeah, bruv. It's love, man. It's
Trust
love.
me. And Shevelle, you already know.
It's my second
Co-pilot,
yard.
you already know.
Bully Shevelle. Yeah, bully. I see the bully.
I am
Cool.
a bully.
So yeah, big up
This is
Maverick on the
you.
1s and 2s.
Is that Pops, yeah?